Legends, every diamond counts, and with bonus, recharging is easy, fast, and secure. Jumping now, choose your top up and get ready to dominate the map. Plus, use the code MCT AMER to get 5% discount. Skins, events, hero, everything within reach with a single top up. Less waiting, more action. Recharge with bonus and play it at next.
Between dreams and nightmares.
In Mobile Legends, every diamond counts, and with Bonox, recharging is easy, fast, and secure. Jumping now, choose your top-up and get ready to dominate the map. Plus, use the code MCT AMER to get 5% discount. Skins, events, hero, everything within reach with a single top-up. Less waiting, more action. Recharge with Bonox and play it at next.
Welcome everyone to MCT AMER North 2026 Finals. After weeks of competition, countless matches, and an incredible playoff journey, we finally arrive at the moment everything has been building towards. Today, we crown the champion of North America. I'm your host, Layla, and joining me at the desk today, Kronos, ready to break down every key moment, every adjustment, and every decision that could determine our North American champion. And Trex, returning with bringing his deep knowledge of the North American scene and stories behind these players and teams, and of course the honest and unfiltered analysis fans have come to love and known for. So today, right, we have these two teams remaining, Alpha 7 North and the Night Horde. What do we think, Kronos? What are you looking forward to today?
It's new legacy time. It's MCT AMER North's first ever group finals, of course, and it's the time to punch your ticket to Paris, one way or the other, right? Wild card or main stage, it doesn't matter. At least you get a way to punch your ticket there. And not just that, it's gonna come down to how these teams are gonna be able to battle out and be crowned as the first ever MCT AMER North group champions and go to sea and be the representative for North America in the grand finals against the South.
Yes, a lot riding on today's series. Before we begin, though, let's take one final look at the road that brought us to the championship day here at MCT AMER North 2026. Let's take a quick look at the Swiss format.
Welcome to AMER 2026, the official league for Mobile Legends Bang Bang in the Americas. In this video, we'll walk you through the format of the competition. The league is divided into two regions, North America and South America. Each region features 8 teams, for a total of 16 teams competing in the ecosystem. The regions compete separately during the season before meeting in the Americas finals. Each region begins with the Swiss stage. All 8 teams compete across multiple rounds. Teams are matched against opponents with the same win-loss record, ensuring balanced competition. Matches in this stage are played in a best-of-3 format. The playoffs are divided into 2 phases based on seeding. Lower seeded teams begin in phase 1, where matches are played in a single elimination format. Higher seeded teams advance directly to phase 2, which uses a double elimination bracket. Matches throughout the playoffs are played in a best-of-5 series. In phase 2, teams that lose in the upper bracket move to the lower bracket for a final chance to continue. The playoffs culminate in the group's final. The final match is played in a best-of-5 series to determine the group champion. The champions from North America and South America advance to the Americas finals. Here, they compete to determine the best team in the Americas in a best-of-7. Everything leads here. AMER 2026 starts now.
And that's the road these teams have traveled to reach championship day. Trex, when you look back at everything that's happened this season, what has impressed you the most about these two teams that are standing here today?
I think we have 2 very different stories of these 2 teams. For Alpha 7, it is pure dominance, going completely undefeated, being the team that everyone thinks, knows, hopes, and overall bets on that's going to win this thing. When we look at Night Horde, it is pure perseverance. After taking losses, after just the grueling effort of qualifiers, and finally getting their revenge against Vendetta, 3rd time's the charm, losing to them back-to-back and finally getting a dub. And the most important one at that, it is pure perseverance for the Night Horde, and can they keep that going?
Yes, and to keep that going, of course, the preparation adaptability remains the key factor on championship day. So with a best-of-7 series coming up, how will global ban system affect it, right? So let's take a quick look at the global ban video.
We'll have the global ban in MCT Americas to bring more dynamism and special strategies. Under global ban rules, each hero can only be selected once by each team. After every match, the 5 heroes used are banned for the remainder of the series. The pick ban applies only to the team that used the hero. The opponent may pick it next game. In best-of-7 matches, the global ban resets for both teams if it reaches the final game. Expect new strategies, fresh picks, and much more.
And let's quickly look at the bracket. The bracket is nearly complete. After weeks of competition, countless matches, and unforgettable moments, only 2 teams remain. Kronos?
That's right. 2 teams remain indeed after what was a grueling battle, right? For both these teams, of course. Alpha 7 North comfortably sitting pretty in the upper bracket, making their way, was first seed, able to get into the upper bracket, quarterfinals and the semifinals, and rather not even the quarterfinals, just straight to the semifinals and then the grand and then the upper bracket finals. And now looking at the regional finals that for MCT AMER North. Meanwhile, as Trek said, the Night Horde, grueling perseverance, dropped down to the lower bracket. They did finish seed 2 though, entirely in MCT AMER North, right? And then after that, that's to go through the lower bracket crawl. The Cinderella story run is alive, beating 95 teams to get to this point. You can't write a better story. You cannot write a better story if you're looking for a team. And when you're a team that's just looking at the stream right now and watching like, hey, we want to, play in the MCT next season. If Night Horde are not an inspiration to you, I don't know what else will be.
Yeah, and looking at today's schedule, that's it, right? Just 1 series, 1 champion, Alpha 7 North versus the Night Horde. The winner goes on to MSC, which is gonna be amazing. But before that even happens, this series today, best of 7, we were talking about the global ban system, and I want to get Trex your opinion now that the game has gone all this way. But before then, let's quickly look at the lineup for Alpha 7. So today for Alpha 7, we have Nats, best player. We have Cold World, Zia, and Shark.
Yeah, and Alpha 7 North, like we said before, has been a team to be reckoned with. They barely even take any losses, let alone actual match losses. I think overall their record is what? Yesterday was the first time they took more than just a 1-game loss. But between all the matches they've played, they've taken 4 matches, 4 games. 4 games total is all they've lost in all of their best of 5s, best of 3s, etc., etc. Nobody has been able to take them out, and we're gonna get to see a little video from one of the players here right now.
First, I would say on the roam, Merlin, because I feel like Merlin is one of the best roam right now. And for the gold lane, it was Melon, because he has a potential to be one of the strongest. And then for an XP lane, I would say Merciless. And then for the mage, I would pick Churro, because Churro right now is the best. Not the best, but really not an average player. And for the jungle, I would choose Shiro. He's a versatile player. He can play utility and then assassin at the same time. That's my 5 players to pick.
And coming up, we have Night Horde going against Alpha 7. We have Merlin, Shiro, Suri, Kaiser, and Tamal. Very interesting for the roam position. We have Tamal today.
Why do they do this to us? Why do they do this to us? They had fantastic series yesterday, and then all of a sudden they throw a curveball in their grand finals, swapping out not just one. Okay, they swapped out 1 player, that's RR, but they shifted Merlin from roam to EXP, and then I got Tamal back in the roam position. It's a mixed bag. It's a big risk, but where to risk it for the biscuit in game number 1? The best place to do it, of course, the Night Horde, making their way through the open qualifiers, a grassroots team of North America here to show out. And yeah, I think this is probably the best finish that we've seen from every single one of these players, apart from Shiro. Correct me if I'm wrong, Trex, but I think that's the best finish for any of these players, right? Apart from Shiro. Yeah, and I think before you answer that question, also looking at what the Nighthawk are going to bring in, I think they're definitely going to be looking to pull off upsets, those tricky drafts. It's a best of 7 after all, and Merlin, he is an EXP laner. Moving into that direction, you know they're going to be able to play more clean. It just comes down to how Tamal can utilize those pocket picks in these early phases of the game.
Yeah, and if Tamal can actually pull that off against Alpha 7, they almost did before. We've seen picks like the Jawhead is focused down on Azia from a different team, but still, we've seen the possibilities of how you can catch Alpha 7 off guard. We've seen the possibilities of how if Alpha 7 does fall behind, they can sometimes not do the greatest under pressure. So Nighthawk bringing in Tamal here, we don't know if this is a permanent sub, if they could be playing head games, but we know that the Nighthawk likes to get tricky, and it's a best of 7, so what better time than to do that now?
Dream team for Roma will go with Joybotch because he knows how to control the map and make a lot of good plays. For mage, I'm gonna go with Choro because he plays a lot of good mages and his macro is good. For XP, I'm gonna go with Reshi because his sim fight is really good and he knows how to go in and when not to go in. For jungle, I'm gonna go with Tarzan because he knows how to farm and I like his assassin and utility.
And there you have it, the two teams that are about to go up against each other for the title of Champion of North America. Very exciting time today to kick off the series. The first series, we have an adjustment, right? We looked at the roster for the Nighthawk. It's gonna be Tamal in the room. Give me a little bit of information about Tamal as a player, Trex, because I don't think I've seen him much throughout the whole season.
Throughout this season, we saw him on day 1, and even then he only lasted a game. They immediately subbed him out. We've seen him sprinkled back in, but Tamal, yeah, Tamal's an OG. He goes back to the TSU days, to the New Wave days. Tamal has actually won an NACT before. Some people would say they kind of robbed the other team, but still Tamal he was a legend for a long time. For a while, they thought TSU was going to be the team that could possibly take out BTK in their prime. So is he a bit out of it this time around? In all honesty, from a caster's opinion, from an analyst's opinion, I don't know if he's the roam you really want on the team right now. It's kind of worrisome. But we have seen a lot of teams make last-minute changes after Game 1, Game 2, so that could be what the Nighthawk is going for. Maybe get a cheeky Jawhead play in Game 1, catch Alpha 7 off guard, see if you can get a quick dub, and then swap out Tamal into someone else.
Yeah, and speaking of that, let's quickly give a shout out to our sponsor, Runestone.gg. Today's broadcast is proudly supported by Runestone.gg Esports infrastructure, built for people shaping the future of competitive gaming. I don't know what's happening with me today. From real-time data to live fan tools, Runestone helps make esports more interactive, more insightful, and more engaging for everyone involved. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry guys, but yes. So make sure to go check out runestone.gg. I don't know, something's wrong with me today. I can't even talk. It's the excitement, it's the excitement for this match. I think everybody is really excited to watch this series. We have the Nighthawk, the dark horse, right? The team that went through open qualifier, fought nearly 100 teams to get here. Kronos, what do you think the chances of Nighthawk winning, even though we have that roster change that we're talking about?
I mean, I agree with Trex, right? I'm not sure if this is the moment you kind of pull out a roster change, but then at the same time, it's like it's you're going for broke. It's a double-edged sword. It's the big gamble in terms of looking at your guest coins. If they get game number 1, we have a series on our hands, that's for sure. I mean, regardless of how it goes, we definitely have a series on our hands. It is a best of 7 after all. But I think Nighthawk, they're gunning for this game number 1. they're gonna be desperate. They're gonna scratch, crawl, do whatever they can, get this game number 1, right? Because they're a momentum-based team. We saw that previously, and the moment they get game number 1, they're gonna be able to hold their own. The one thing for Nighthawk, I would say, is don't overheat. We've seen the Shiro himself mentioned that in the VC, in the calls, they kind of overheat. We don't want that to happen for the Nighthawk. But for Alpha 7, you gotta play your game, bring your A game. Best player said it himself yesterday. The blood pressure's not going to be high anymore. He's going to bring out his best. We were hoping to see his best. We haven't seen his best yet in the MCT North. Hopefully we get to see it soon.
I agree. You know, taking a look, yeah. I agree. We had to get one in for Grand Finals, obviously. I think taking a look at Nighthawk, the major problems that they spoke about the overheating, right? Getting a little too excited. You're winning, you're yelling, you're hyped up. So keep your cool all throughout this. You win, you lose, you keep the same composure no matter what. And that's going to be huge going up against Alpha 7. And we've seen teams crumble under having bad morale, bad composure, things like that. And once you start taking a loss that you should have won, it can get even worse. And honestly, both of these teams have... Alpha 7 hasn't suffered from it this season, but we've seen these players suffer from those same kinds of mistakes. So far, Alpha 7 has played clean. Even the other day, they won all 5 games, were able to dust it off their shoulders, going from almost losing match point to be able to take it back and take the dub. So Nighthawk, we need to see those same possibilities if they want to put up a fight here.
3, 2, 1.
That's a good picture, guys.
All right, so Alpha 7 will be blue side up front. They will take the first pick. And for the first time this whole tournament, we're seeing 4 dots above those logos. This is a best of 7, could go the full distance. We might break 5 games in terms of overall bans in the global ban system. It's going to be intense. Yves ban and Phobius from the side of Alpha 7. Marcel going to be followed up by something else here on the side of Nighthawk.
Yeah,
The question is, are we going to go?
Are we gonna go all the way? Is that what you're saying? Because when they said, you know, like best of 7, potentially you have 60 bans when you get to, you know, the 7th game.
You know what we say in North America, right?
Sorry?
We always go. You know what we say in North America, right?
Always go.
We always go all the way.
We always go all the way. All right. Let's see what we got for today. But speaking of global ban tracks, how do you feel about the global ban now? Because I know, you know, Kronos.
I came in a little questioning. Kronos had to do a lot of convincing. I was a doubter. I was a hater. But by the end of this, honestly, I am starting to feel. You know, for the longest time, that was a topic in live streams and stuff. Like, what do you guys think about global?
No protection from the rain.
I'm like, nah. I was disgusted by global ban. I thought it was a horrible thing.
Doras and Nanas would pop up, right?
No, not exactly. But honestly, it has been probably one of the most refreshing tournaments I've cast in a very long time, and I do think it should really be considered as something to be put on a bigger stage.
I like that. Because yes, we have.
Moontan's listening.
Moontan's listening.
Start off
what
with
about
MSC, you know? Put it on MSC. Then maybe in another year, too, World.
That would be so good, though. Like, get advantage for the MCT teams who are having global bans already. Oh, well.
You all right there, Layla?
It's okay.
I make sure to mute myself because everybody was all like, we can hear you cough.
All right, first pick, Hilda over to Alpha 7. Nighthawk gets the response here. Do they lock in? Glue plus. You just go for Claude?
Khalid,
something like that?
Harriet. I think Glue plus Harriet. Blue Harriet.
Plus Harriet? Or you lock in your jungle and go for something like the Suyo up front in game 1?
Harriet, Suyo.
I think Nighthawk, I think you come out swinging game 1. Come out swinging.
It's
Honestly, the glue does great against the Hilda. I think you lock in the glue. I mean, you could wait though for pick 3 for the glue.
Yeah, true. I think, but you gotta lock in the Harriet early, right? You get the Harriet locked in. I said Khalid earlier, but then I was thinking you can lock in the Khalid for pick number 3 as well, just because of the Hilda already being picked up. But I think Harriet's gotta get locked in here. Kistler was a monster on that Harriet. My God.
Oh.
He was He was locked in yesterday. Kistler
was.
was slaying, man. He had it locked down yesterday. So I think a comfort pick definitely coming off of those games.
Yeah, the way he just like chased and finished a lot of them was just impressive.
Ooh, we forgot about Jushin.
Oh, huh. Well, it got picked up, right?
I didn't even notice that.
Nobody's not banning that.
The fact that it made it to now. They gave them Hilda and Jushin.
And Leo Mord.
Gets in there as well.
And Leo Mord.
Alpha 7 do look strong though. Alpha 7 do look strong with that, and best player always looks better off when he is stronger, right? On the front foot. I think glue. I think just pick up the glue here. Yes, the Zetian's great, but then you do have a couple of more options for the mid lane. So I think just you have the Valentina, the Zetian. There's also the Katira. There is the Lilia, I was gonna say, but they pick up the Lilia anyway.
The Lilia Khalid combo has looked very good, I'm not gonna lie. It's hyper aggressive, it's very prone to getting first bloods within the first minute or two. There's just so much damage between those two heroes at level 1 and level 2 that it's, I mean, you could just, you get a skill off from both of them, you land 2 glooms and all of a first skill and you're pretty much dead.
Uranus would be like the next pick.
No, I think it would be a good ban from Alpha 7, the Uranus being taken off, just because they don't really have any sort of shred right now. But then Nighthorde will be looking to take out. Okay, Terizla's gone, but I think if you're Nighthorde, you take out the carry, right? Take out the carry or the Claude in this case, because you already taken out the Moskov, which Zia has been really good on. I think carry's just a safer choice.
Yeah.
You think Claude?
I think Claude's more of a Zia hero.
There you go. Claude's gone.
And the fact that they banned the Moskov means they're also like, yeah, we just don't want Zia to have this. Like the fact that it wasn't Claude and carry shows that they're kind of focusing a bit more on like Zia's shining pool.
Is it
honestly,
so that Kessler can have a better
Lapu
game?
for Nighthorde right now would be like what?
Did they ban those like Zia 2 heroes for Zia, right? Is it so that Kessler can have a better game? Because I feel like Kessler has done really well for the team, and if they can keep on making him the focal point and, you know, make those like he did yesterday.
Harry's very outranged too from the Herathan gold lane, so
yeah. Regardless of whatever gold lane was going to get picked up by Alpha 7, like Herod definitely dominates the laning phase, so you give him more of an advantage right now. The Suyo's locked out too. You know what the other thing is? The other thing is we did see Shiro pull off a Herod in the jungle before, just when the update came through, just when the patch came through.
Okay.
So he can play this in the jungle. It's a possibility, right? They can flex it still to the end.
I like the Lapu here for Nighthorde, honestly. CC immune. Able to get through, able to dive onto the Jushin, wouldn't be horrible.
I think glue.
Glue still for EXP.
I think just because it's such a great pick into the Leo mode, right? Never mind, Fredrin.
Going
I don't know.
into the
I don't know.
Save their EXP lane. Yeah, I might have saved the jungle.
I agree. I don't know about that. I mean,
yeah.
I don't. The more we look at it, like there's the Hilda for the poke, then the Paquito as well now to add a little bit more poke to it. He's got he's got a damage buff. Yeah, he's got a damage buff.
What is this, EXP lane Paquito?
I think EXP Paquito.
The slayer of gods.
Obsidia. Okay.
It does great into the Herod too. Obsidian does great into the Herod. The Hunts of Bone can lock him down. And then you can really just dance around the Fredrin as well. The only problem you see is Lilia on the other side right now. If you're a Nighthorde, you want this Lilia to have a really good game, so you can kind of get that big dub for yourself, especially in game number 1. But I don't know. They're already looking like they want to absorb a lot of damage. They need to play super aggressive in the early game. They have the roam, they have the jungle, they have the mid lane to play aggressive. Now what can they put in the hands of Merlin? That could be a problem. Benedetta,
Masha?
This is what we're talking about. This is what MCT
EXP
North
Masha?
is made of. Oh, this is crazy.
Oh, we have not seen the Masha in ever? Have we even seen
two
one?
debut picks, two debuts. Masha and Paquito in this match right here, and Night Horde just look aggressive. Outside of their jungle, everyone just wants to jump on you, but honestly, even the Fredrin wants to dive a bit. Alpha 7 North, on the other hand, a little bit of kiting, a little bit of dive. Honestly, both comps, we're looking at this could get messy. This could get messy. A lot of back and forth, a lot of tap for tap, a lot of just quick jabs from both teams. It's going to be interesting. And it's debut versus debut in the XP lane, matter of fact.
Layla?
That's it.
Thoughts?
Take us in. No thoughts. I just want to see this because of the debut heroes. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Every competition begins with a question. Who will be the first team to be the legacy of the region? Tonight is the very first MCT North finals for the particular region. And of course, we're talking about a contender that's come through the open qualifiers and an invited team going head to head for a spot in the mid-season cup. Game number 1 of this best of 7. The first best of 7 we get to see in the global ban phase for the North American side of things. Let's get it.
Okay, jumping into game number 1. I like it. It's a vibe. The Night Horde with a fast-moving composition, but it's not like Alpha 7 are going to be moving slow either. You have a mid laner that can kite very well, keep it moving. You have a Hilda up against a Khalid and a Lilia. I mean, these are two hyper-aggressive core mid lanes here that are looking for plays around the map. Wave clear is going to go to whoever I feel like a lot of it just comes down to micro, honestly. Tamal wants to move in, but it's hard for him to do it. In terms of wave clear, we're already seeing best player steal some camps here. May have a little bit of a faster position over the Fredrin.
Oh.
If he steals this camp correctly and Alpha 7 can stop the Fredrin from coming and stealing the Lizard, it might be a decent advantage for the Night Horde before the turtle.
And yeah, I think that definitely helps out. And amplify their chances. But one good thing for Alpha 7 is the fact that it is a dangerous grass map, right? And you know Shark's gonna be super aggressive on this Hilda. And take a look at the emblems as well. Nothing too crazy. Support emblem on Shiro. Apart from that, you can see both these EXP laners. They don't really wanna be clearing waves. They want to get into the fight. They want to be in the thick of it. Killing spree, or rather assassinable master assassin, and the lethal ignition of the hands of Merlin. Meanwhile, we got Impure Rage with a Festival of Blood for Nats.
Yeah, Merlin wants to go toe-to-toe right now. He wants to go blow for blow, ban for ban. The thing is because of those health bars, because of how tanky the Masha can be, right? It is tough for the Paquito just to get those one-shots off. A little bit of damage, nothing major, but Night Horde is pushed back. First turtle going to Alpha 7, but still no kills on the board.
Yeah, Nats doing in for the knockout strike as well. Trying to catch him off guard. It could have been disastrous if they got caught in the knockup, but nothing. Just get the turtle. It's slow. Both teams biding their time, not looking to make any mistakes. Don't want to give away any sort of early advantage. You know Alpha 7 North can run away with the game, especially what they have. Here comes out the Steed as well. Tamal being pushed back at the same time. You can see best player has to make it our harm's way. Quick sand guard coming from Tamal, and Shark goes in. Looking to take him down, and that's first blood in the hands of Alpha 7 North. And Shiro looking to pull one back. Just not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, Tamal goes down, not the end of the world, but with that first turtle plus a kill and the presence from Alpha 7, we're already seeing that gold lead shoot up to about 1,000. Night Horde, we know last time they played Kistler on the Harith, they were aiming for late game. You have something like a Masha, very similar, still looking for some late game potential. Night Horde, honestly just need to bide some time, get comfortable, feel okay. Don't let best player get out of hands. Don't let Nats get out of hands on the Paquito either.
Yeah, I think definitely that's one of the important factors. You see already they're trying to pounce upon him. Tamal to spin around with a scimitar. Trying to zone out Nats as much as possible. Unlock Merlin. The moment Merlin's not attached to his lane, it becomes a problem, right? He's breathing down the neck of Alpha 7 North. And you can see already, they're going at it. Thunderclap after thunderclap, but Nats might be able to get away with this one. Goes for a jab. Oh, the 1v1s is what we want to see, but at the moment, it's more than the 1v1s. It's entire team play coming in from both Alpha 7 as well as the Night Horde. Who's going to be the one to get some sort of advantage early? Alpha 7, oh, on the top side, forcing a flicker from Merlin, and now looking to invade into the purple buff at the same time as well.
All right, so what do they do from here? Can they contest this? Night Horde gave up the last turtle pretty easily. You got the Brethren. This is something you should really be fighting for. A lot of damage though on Shark. Shark unfazed.
You can see the Lantern coming out from Cold War. Why this become a problem? Brave's Wrath already dropped on Zaman Force at the same time. Tamal trying to buy some time, but Shark gets to the back line and able to take out one. And they follow with another Merlin, looking to catch Shark off guard. Siri trying to buy as much time as possible. Zia comes into the fight, picks up one. And that's 4 members down and out from the side of Night Horde. Alpha 7 in the driver's seat.
Shark was headhunting. He's been headhunting. He's 2-0-1 right now on this Hilda. He got pushed out of the jungle, but once he knows Shiro's health is down to about 10%, he's like, wait, I'm coming back for more. Nat's just locked in the Hunter Strike. Cold World also picking up the first item. Alpha 7 on a roll right now. We were just looking at a 1,000 gold lead. Well, now that's 3.5 times more, almost 4K into their hands. Warax locked in for best player. I mean, items are just popping up all around right now for Alpha 7, and we're barely seeing anything coming for Night Horde. The deficit is starting to happen fast.
He's trying, right? Merlin's trying to take down Nats with the Thunderclap as well. Doesn't have enough energy to go for it. But Nats has been doing a fantastic job trying to keep him at bay. And all comes out of the credit in terms of what the emblem setup is as well. Goes for the Impure Rage, went for the Festival of Blood, so going to be able to sustain quite a long time. And I think that's an important factor to keep tabs of, just because of the fact that Alpha 7 is not just about the micros, but also how they're prepared going into every single. They're not phased by this mashup coming out from Merlin whatsoever.
All right, so Night Horde, with the fact that they're so backed up, this isn't the first time they've been in a position like this. They've lost 2 towers. If they can keep things from getting out of hand, the problem is there's still another turtle plus a Lord, and they've already lost the tier 3s on both sides. They're already down to a 5K deficit. It's a tough spot. If things continue like this, by first Lord, they're going to have barely anything to defend with. So they've got to slow play. They can't fall into these traps just like this.
Yeah, nice knockout strike as well, getting the knockup onto 2 members. The Lantern's going to be a problem. It's a slow chokehold coming out from Alpha 7 right now. They've got a 5K goal lead. They're sitting comfortable. They don't really have to take any risks. It is the finals of the MCT North. They've taken the tier 2 on the bot side, slowly choking out Night Horde from their own jungle, the neutral objectives. Next thing you know, they're not going to be able to walk up to the minions as well. Here comes out a Steve from best player. Nice use with Raging Sandstorm. Brave's Wrath drops down just to be able to get the clear. And look at Nats, he's going in, trying to get them taken and down low. Zia flickers out of harm's way as well. Shark looking to flick from the side when the opportunity presents itself. And Alpha 7 North trade HP and walk out.
Yeah, but it was a close call there. The problem is how does Alpha 7 North do that so well? Trading shots under the tower. I mean, Cold World goes down to about 10%, just gets away. Nats as well, able to just get away. Night Horde was outputting, spent everything they had. It's getting closer, but it's still very hard for Night Horde to try to do something like that outside of even under their tower. Best player gets a turtle once again.
Hunter Bone already locked down as well. You can see Kissin dropping Zaman Force. Merlin taking a lot of damage. Shiro's gonna be the first one to fall. Yes, he does in the hands of the best player, Shark, trying to buy some time, but Merlin gets taken out of the process. And now Zia's online as well at the same time. Lantern Flare to pick up Kistler and put him down. He has the Purify, hasn't used it. They're so good at utilizing their skills, layering their skills, creating the space for the rest of the team. And now with the help of the beacon, they zone out Night Horde completely, take away the tier 3 in the mid lane. It feels like tier 2 is gonna be next because there's no one to defend it whatsoever.
Yeah, at this point, they're taking holy defenses and all. Before Lord even spawns, minutes before Lord even spawns at that. It's 80 seconds still on the map. And Alpha 7 are already knocking at the front gate. Night Horde. This isn't like last time where Kistler had really decent time to pop off against Vendetta. This isn't what we saw before. He's just getting the feather in. And we're looking at least 3rd item. Well, he needs at least Crystal before he's outputting something major.
Definitely, at least the crystal for sure. But you know what? Even along with the crystal, is it going to be enough though? Because Shark's already got the defensive items going. Cold World definitely has a lot of shields. Going to be able to kite quite easily. You can take a look at it. Just built the silence robe. They got the Chastis Powder to slow down that Feather of Heaven. And Cold World's building into a Blood Wings at the same time. Best player already got the Queen's Wings locked down. Sky Piercer for Zia. That's going to be a game changer. We've seen what he can do with that. On the other side, though, Shiro, only a Brute Force Breastplate. Building to an Oracle.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nats gets a 1v1, or maybe gets the gank. Either way, whatever happened. The problem is, did you see the deficit, the gap right now between everyone on Alpha 7 side? Almost all of them have a 2,000 gold lead over their opposing laner. Nighthorde, even if you get the perfect play, there's no damage. There's not enough. Shark could probably, he's the roamer, and he could probably 1v1 just about everybody on the Nighthorde right now.
And the thing is, it's the dangerous grass map as well. Look how deep Shark is. He's conquered the entire top side, and because of that, they're not allowed to walk into the Lord Pit whatsoever. They're not, forget the Lord Pit, they can't get to the top half of their own map. And now look at the Raging Sandstorm. They know Nats is there, trying to get him Flicker coming out as well, but Nats able to make it our hardest way, but the damage is down. They've expended so many ultimates just to take him down, and now they found the opening. It's a 5v4 for this defense. The Lord is coming on the bot side. It's gonna be enough to buy Nighthorde some time, some valuable and precious time.
Yeah, can Tamal get away here? He's gonna have to be careful. Alpha 7,
Ooh,
minions coming, Lord's coming soon.
Yeah, did you see that damage though? The damage on the Tamal. And you can tell, right, did that change really work out? Is it in the favor of the Nighthorde? But one good thing we've seen from Nighthorde before is they don't mind playing sacrifice to make sure Kistler pops off, and that's what Shiro needs to do at this point. They're looking to take down the Lord. Black Shoes already popped in. Shark going in onto Kistler. Demon Force used up. Merlin looking to go to the back line. Flicker against Zia as well at the same time, but he's able to flicker out of harm's way. And Cold World able to get the kill. Here comes the re-engage. They're looking to take one down. They trade best player for it, but Zia's kiting has the damage. And Tamal is running for the hills. Flickers out. Mid lane inhibitor is going to be the next one to be locked down. With the help of Cold World, they should be able to take it, but Kistler says no. With the help of the Zaman Forest, Shark, as well as the rest of Alpha 7, will have to back up and respect the damage that Nighthorde can put out.
Honestly, Nighthorde played that very well. It was dangerous play to go out there and try to get the Raging Sandstorm. Merlin falls. Instead of just letting him go down, Shiro and Tamal follow up and are able to find best player there. And a trade like that is definitely worth it when you're in the Nighthorde shoes right now. When you're this far behind, any trade, any even trade, is a win for the losing team almost. You're able to get some gold. You're able to kind of open up some space, stop Alpha 7 from continuing the push, and Nighthorde get a decent defense. It's only 12 minutes in. Wait, did we just trade Sky Piercers?
Yeah, did you just see Shark pick up a Sky Piercer?
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, did Shark just pick up Sky Piercer?
Yeah, Shark picked up a Sky Piercer.
Yeah, had one earlier.
He's got the Holy Crystal.
Hey man, live your life, Shark. He's 2-0-2. He's on one.
I mean, they were watching.
He could sell it later.
They were watching what Nighthorde were doing last night, right, against Vendetta, when you know Kistler went full glass cannon, and the glass cannon means not a lot of defense. And Shark, he does have the Fury Hammer, probably gonna build in the Blade of the Heptaseas, and with the help of the Sky Piercer, start racking up some of those kills. Siri opening up the map for the Nighthorde, does have the Black Shoes. It's gonna be crucial that he does so. And then, you know, after baiting out a couple of skills, then when you know they can go for an engage, kind of old school Lilia kind of plays.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely possibilities from the Nighthorde here. They have the combo potential. Shiro, though, has to be able to step up, and maybe they can give one more Lord here. They do still have decent siege defense. You have possibilities, but Shiro does make the engage. Might have been a mistake.
Yeah, Shiro not looking hot at the moment. The Cold World able to pick up Merlin as he tried to go to the back line. Appraiser's Rat dropped down onto Nats. Shiro able to survive, but Tamal's going to be the sacrifice. Zia picks one up and gets the stack of the Sky Piercer. Shiro trying to buy some time. Kistler and Siri are running away, but they're going to get flanked. Shiro, again, he's going to go down eventually in the hands of Zia. Meanwhile, they do trade Shark for it.
Now it's just Kistler and Siri up against 4 members. The Lord coming down. It's 7 seconds on the clock for Merlin. This Masha has not been able to do much.
It's not been able to do much. Neither has Kistler. Take it down. The crowd control, the layering of skills, Alpha 7 North have come out to play. They've come out to make a statement. And look at Nats with a knockout strike, catching 2 members. The nice Raging Sandstorm catching 2 members as well. But Nighthorn are doing the best that they can to try and defend. They just don't have the damage. They don't have the crowd control. Hunter Bones already locked it from Zia as Alpha 7 locked the crystal. Game 1 in this best of 7. A statement victory.
Second Lord was all it took, and Alpha 7 take game number 1, starting things off in a speedy fashion, starting things off aggressively, showing why they got to this this North final slot first.
All right, how do we feel about the Masha and the Paquito? You know, I'm assuming it's because it's a best of 7 global ban system coming into play. We don't want to use up all of the nice XP that we really want to use for now, right? How did it go though? Because of the global ban. Yeah.
That definitely was the plan, right? We were thinking about what a Tamal special Jaw had probably come out on game number 1 where they could get something in their hands, but they kind of went down the other route, still letting the problem child be a problem. In this case, it just wasn't a problem enough. Alpha 7 kind of knew what they were in for and slotted the Paquito for themselves, knowing that if there's any hero, that any player on their team that they can flex in terms of what hero they can pick up, it is definitely Nats, because he has been a standout performer for Alpha 7 throughout, right? Nats entertainment has been entertaining throughout the MCT. He has been the difference maker in every single game. The brick wall that every single team has to get past to get to the back line of Alpha 7. The moment he's not performing, that's when Alpha 7 starts to crumble. We've seen that happen before as well, even yesterday in the upper bracket final. But Nighthorn in this case, Nat's just not phased by this Masha whatsoever.
Yeah, the Paquito looks great, if that's the question, right? The Masha had some possibilities there. I feel like the damage, at least in answer to the Paquito, wasn't bad. But once Merlin started falling behind, there was no real answers. But the Paquito, I could see it get played again and wouldn't doubt it, right? Especially if Nats picks it up. It was clean, it was aggressive, it allowed the damage that they wanted, while also being a great space maker, you know, working as that EXP laner to kind of hold down the front line.
And the Nighthorn, they I know. Yeah. The Nighthorn, you know, it's kind of like looking what happened yesterday, but unfortunately they couldn't stay centered, you know, get into that flow state. From what we saw from them yesterday, you know, even though they were backed up against a wall, they could still hold it together, stay centered, and turn that game around. Fortunately, this game, that just didn't happen for them.
All right, so where do they take it from here, right? Alpha 7 completely dominates, finishing that game with well over 10k gold lead almost. Most of the game, the gold was never going down. Towards the end, at a steady 8k plus, I mean, Nighthorn just, it felt like they didn't stand a chance. It felt like Alpha 7's just like, listen, you never should have got here. Nighthorn now needs to kind of prove themselves. I think my question really, Cronus, is do we think Tamal was a problem here? Do we think it was just overall comms between the team, draft, you know, where exactly did Nighthorn really fall short here?
I mean, if you ask me, in terms of synergy, you guys played your hearts out yesterday, right? Lower bracket, double, 2 best of 5s, a couple of best of 5s before that. You were sweeping the floor with everybody else. But you know what? A little bit about Nighthorn later on. MVP of this game, Zia, another consistent performer for Alpha 7 North. If there is, when the brick wall falls down, when the brick wall has been ran through by the opponents, they've got to get through Zia. And Zia has been the cornerstone, the pillar of Alpha 7 North, around whom the entire composition is built to make sure he is allowed to succeed. If their chips are down, they don't know where to go. It's the turn, it's the river. You know for a fact he's gonna have an ace up his sleeve.
And Zia seems, especially the Subsidia pick, It's something that not other teams have really been super successful with, but Zia just, the pockets run deep right now in terms of what he can pull out in the gold lane and still make it very fearsome. This is game 1. He's using an Obsidia and he's comfortable with it. Still has multiple other quote-unquote meta picks that he can pull out of his hat. And that's a scary spot to be if you're Night Horde.
Very, very scary point to look at if you are the Night Horde, because not just Obsidia, it was also what the Paquito being picked up. The only kind of, I would say, the power pick that they had was the Jushin for themselves, the Leo Mord. Apart from that, the Hilda, yes, but the Hilda is usually not let through in the draft phase. And if it is let through, you pick it up first thing, prioritize. It doesn't matter what's there, what else is there, because you want to make sure you're maximizing, especially in dangerous grass, right? That's another thing to look at. The drafting kind of not being the best for the Night Horde. And again, getting back to what synergy they've built up throughout the entire lower bracket run. And now in the grand finals, when you know, like at this point, regardless of what happened, the players must be known how to communicate without really saying much to each other, right? They've been through quite a lot, and I think in the grand finals making that change does hurt. And another point to note, that Tamal is not played with Siri, because Tamal, when he started, he was playing with Colleen, and now Siri's coming through into the playoffs. So that's another massive change to look at as well. How is their synergy built up? How have they been scrimming together? Ifs, buts, and maybes. And I think that risk doesn't seem to be paying off at the moment.
Tamal wasn't there when they were getting into the flow state.
Exactly. Look at Layla. She's just like, I'm disappointed. When Night Horde are winning, she's so much more. Yeah.
Come on, Night Horde.
Yeah, I
Come
know.
on.
Say, Layla.
Going into second game of this best of 7. Let's see what the Night Horde can do, right? If Tamal can really get into that flow state with the rest of his teammates and make some great plays, because as a roamer it is very important. It's a very important role for your whole team.
Think you could beat Tamal, Layla?
No.
1v1. Little show off, jaw
Let me
head
get
off.
into my flow state, maybe. If we were doing 1v1 Angela, maybe.
Okay. Who do you ult?
This is so random.
No, that's because it's like one of the heroes. I don't play the setters and all that. I only play the supports.
Yeah, guys, if you want Layla to play Angela for you, you gotta make sure you follow our socials. Right, Layla Baxo right there.
Layla Baxo /
And make sure you follow these awesome casters that's been by my side throughout this whole season. And they are amazing casters, and definitely follow them for wild content that they put out.
Wild.
Wild.
I know, right? Wild, for the lack of a better word. But hey,
wild.
Game number two, Alpha 7 Night Horde prioritize blue side. They want that priority pick, taking out the Phobius, taking out the Kalea. Freya's gone on the other side. Jushin's probably gonna be next. And Broken Walls, Baksha could be an option for the Night Horde. They do like picking it up, even if it's first pick or even if it's in the first phase, knowing that best player might not be risking it. There's the Hilda that's gone. But if you're the Night Horde, what's the other pick that you take out? Do you start taking out, you start hacking away at Zia, right? Do you want to take out the Herod? Do you want to take out the carry? Or do you take out another early game, prioritize here, like the glue at this point? Or the Valentina, so you can get the Sora for yourself. So many mind games at play.
So many possibilities, right? And it's only game 2. Night Horde taking that loss. You can tell it's like we got to kind of overthink this a bit. Do we want to give them this? Do we want to give them that? What if they leave this open? You know, on the side Alpha 7, I think next ban probably has to be the Jushin, right?
Yeah.
Your team.
Oh, Uranus.
Then they give over the Hilda.
Yeah, I think the Hilda's already banned out. I think they give the Harley to Shiro. Yeah, I think you can tell like Night Horde are building towards the Harley. The Uranus is gone, the Kalea is gone. A couple of the counters for the Harley. The Jushin is still open. Now it comes down to Sir Rose. What is he gonna prioritize? Is the Jushin too expensive to give away, or is the Harley? You know what? Forget about it. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
But they can't even trade though, right? They can't pick up the Jushin, so prioritize the Harley here.
You just take Harley if you're Night Horde.
Yeah. Harley and Jushin in the same game? Sheesh. But then I like the high-low span just because of the fact that it doesn't amplify what they can put out. The high-low Jushin combo, the high-low creating the space for the Harley. You're dominating the river.
Expose the same truth.
3, Marcel.
2,
Marcel.
1.
Shark has been looking very good on the Marcel, Layla.
I think
getting better.
earlier today I saw a clip where Marcel saved somebody from Harley's ult with the golden hour. I was like, what? And then I was like, so impressed. I was like, so the Marcel, interesting. Okay, and the Harith. Oh shoot. Harith is. All right. Harith
you can tell the unbiasedness is starting to show. The shoots are starting to come already.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah, I'm about to say. No, but I think Alpha 7 are starting to get comfort picks, right? And Shark is getting better and better on this Marcel. It's a hero that I needed to figure out, iron out all those wrinkles, and now all of a sudden, Marcel. Yes, Marcel is a really strong roamer, kind of busted, but starting to get better and better in the hands of Shark. Harith. Do we really need to talk about that hero at the moment? It was standout hero for this entire weekend. The Jushin as well as the glue being locked in. So this is good. They're able to create some space. Disruption definitely there. And now if Alpha 7 decide to go for a Basha, it's not going to work out. The Suyo is probably one of the only other options left for best player if they want to maximize what they can do in the jungle. But already taken care of. They have loads of magic damage on the other side to counter him.
Yeah, and I think I still think the Suyo's not a horrible pick. They just need to think about how they approach it. But you do, jungle might be the pick to lock in now if it's going to be the Suyo. If it's something else, you can always kind of just wing it, but it's kind of tough. I think Suyo is your best bet. Maybe the Hayabusa. Hayabusa could be another option. You go for the Gwenny. More magic damage though.
The Guinevere's nice. I like it just because of the fact that you have that spatial migration, right? That extra clone to kind of like be able to get out of harm's way very easily. And it gives the option to make outplays. The only thing is now, what are you going to pair it up with to be able to amplify that Violet Requiem or keep them in these fights longer?
We've seen the Kalea get picked out to pair up with the Guinevere. You get the Revitalize to make these fights last longer, at least for your team. You have the heal. The option is definitely a chance.
You know what I'm thinking?
Clay's ban.
You know what I'm thinking? Belleric EXP.
For Alpha 7?
I mean, we've seen enough of Belleric to maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if they pull that out.
I mean, just talking though. I don't think it's great in terms of into the lineup of what Night Horde have, but yeah, just to keep them longer in these fights that revitalize. Just because the Kalea is not present, it does provide that other extra side of things for Alpha 7 to find angles in these team fights. Again, taking out the Moskov, the Alice is gone. Another marksman, the Claude. I think that's another band you want to look to make sure Kistler doesn't have a good time, not able to dive into the back line. The Blazing Duet, get those macro plays down for themselves as well. Or unless they want to take out like a Yu Zhong or a Lapu Lapu.
Lapu might not be bad. I don't know, honestly, at this point. Night Horde, like, I'm vibing with Night Horde's draft. I think the first 3 picks, you've got something very solid. You got something powerful. Alpha 7, on the other hand, still need to kind of round this out. The Guinevere had a horrible win rate yesterday. I think it lost every game it was picked up in. Even after landing great Violent Requiems, even best player lost. Didn't he lose with the Guinevere yesterday?
Yeah, he was terrible on the Guinevere. I think he knows it himself, so he's got to.
He said he was going to be better though. He said he was going to play better.
I know. He definitely did. I asked him as well, like, yo, come on, bro. Like, this is not the best player we've seen. So is he going to be able to redeem the code right this time?
I think that's what we're trying to see from him. He's trying to do a redemption Gwenny game here.
You're looking at
We'll
the
see.
future champion.
We'll see. They get the Yuzong. For me, the Guinevere could be something you pick a little bit later, because right now, if Nighthorde wants to switch up their playstyle, maybe pick up something like a CC here, just something, just a lot of fast-moving picks. Like, who's even your target, right? It's going to be hard to hit the. It's going to be almost impossible to hit the Harley. The Jushin as well, able to constantly move while attacking. Only the Gurulu is a simple shot right now for Guinevere.
But even then, like, the glue can play with a flicker. It's not a terrible idea. The Beatrix, that's a nice option. Well, what are they gonna go with the Beatrix though? Are they gonna get something locking them? Maybe the Kaja, put the glue into the EXP. It does make sense to a certain extent, but unless they want to go for Jaw, Selena, there they go crazy.
They go crazy. Maybe
over my God.
Wait, so is this Selena
Rome?
Selena Rome?
Yeah.
With the Jushin and then glue in the XP?
There's a lot.
Yeah. Whole lot of magic damage, but they do have the Beatrix though, as a possible you know, physical saving grace towards the end. Lilia from Alpha 7.
Yeah, I think so. Zetian,
yeah,
not
wouldn't be bad
really
here at
too
all.
immobile. Lunox, no, Kadita, Eve is not so good. I think Lilia.
Kagura.
We've seen it before.
It's like magic with magic. Oh my goodness. A lot of magical damage across the board. We'll see.
Yeah, from both sides, honestly.
Yeah.
Both sides are sitting with like one physical damage dealer. See exactly how it goes. Kronos, any thoughts on the drafts?
I think it's I think Alpha 7 definitely looked much more solid in terms of the draft. Nighthorde just needs to find the aggressive start, otherwise it's gonna be difficult, man. What do you think, Layla?
It's interesting to see, you know, when these finalists come in. It's definitely not what I was expecting. I expected to have, you know, balanced team, but this is a lot of magical damage for both of these teams, and fight magic with magic. Let's see who wins.
Yeah, and we're gonna find out. Magic with magic. That's what Layla Logic says. Well, folks, they're from the open qualifiers to the regional final stage. The group of North wants and needs a winner to face the South. Oh my God! Never mind. Forget my spiel. Sheesh, Theory able to fight first blood right out the gate. Shark tried to get in deep. He paid the price. Smell blood in the water? Walks into an abyssal trap, and Siri finds first blood off of the help of Shiro. And Nighthorde have advantage. Shiro looking to get him a golem as well. What are we looking? This is the second time in MCT we've seen a kill before the split screen goes into the main screen. The junglers haven't even started taking their jungle creeps. And Nighthorde able to get advantage. Oh, Merlin gets taken down on the bot side. Wait a second. Whoa, wait a second. This is they've thrown another doozy. They've thrown another doozy. It's Merlin with the Jushin in the EXP lane, Siri in the mid lane with the Selena, Rome glue. Oh, you know what? Nighthorde, after what was many clean games, coming back and living their MO. Expect the unexpected, and Tamal goes down. It's messy. They're trying to catch Alpha 7 off guard, but it's not working. They're not phased. Merlin's already gone down once. They gave first blood, but Alpha 7, they still hold their own, keeping composure.
Yeah, I'm still having trouble making this make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. Jushin EXP already taken a death as well. Tamal just takes another one. Alpha 7 on the other hand, Shark goes down. It's game 2. Nighthorde, they went from keeping themselves together all throughout the playoffs bracket to completely just getting out of control in the grand finals. We felt like we weren't going to see this side of them, and here it is.
You know what? I think they're just letting loose, man. They've had enough. Oh no, Shark! Not again! Not again! Not again! He's taking too much damage. Magic comes out as well. Oh, the golden hour! Not gonna help him whatsoever. Gets taken off again. He tried this early. He tried to invade. We got our first blood again before the split screen even went away, and he's doing it again. And Nighthorde, every single time the arrow lands, they look lethal. They look deadly, and the only Purify they have is in the hands of Zia.
Siri is sniping right now. Long range, landing, back to back. It's not going to happen to Shark, but look at the guess, knowing Cold World might try to come through that bush. Even the anticipation from Siri right now.
Oh,
if
no,
all of Nighthorde's not a flow, Zia
taking so much damage, and they're able to pounce on them. Where was this Nighthorde in game number 1? Where'd they play in hooky?
Is this flow state? Or have we entered flow state? Has Nighthorde taken a second to download, and now, I mean, Siri's making predictions with the arrows. Shiro finally actually popping off in off lanes. It's now looking bad for Nighthorde.
What is Merlin on, bro? For game number 1, you know what? Let's talk about Merlin a little bit. You know, it's not a lot of action right now. At least, never mind. Top side, Shark walks in to Shiro. He's taking a lot of damage. The Yin Yang overturn comes out as well. But Cold World walks into the best player, getting a knock up. Shiro goes down. Look at the HP that Cold World survives on.
You're not supposed to live from that. Shiro wasn't. That's huge. That turns something that should have been a guaranteed kill, possibly an okay trade, to a big whiff on the side of the Nighthorde. Just when we were complimenting the flow state, Shiro felt like he was in flow state. He felt like that was a guarantee, and the guarantee did not come through. On the other hand, Merlin in the XP lane actually pushing Nats back right now. Gonna rotate back up. Turtle back on the map, number 2.
And you know what? The turtle being started. Kistler's the ones trying to pull the aggro on the bot side. Shiro trying to make his way. Turtle being reset in the mid lane. They're looking to pick up a fight. Tamal with the slam. Getting them down. And broken walls means that, of course, the turtle can be moved front and back. This turtle's just dancing around at the moment. Shiro gets spotted by Shark, looking to get on top of Zia. Only has a Purify. Turtle still being pulled away. A reset once again. A slam right on top of Shark. He gets there with the help of the grab. Vanish Rage coming out as well. The Black Dragon is unleashed, looking to zone out the right members. Tamal's the one who's going to get caught. Zaman Force drop down. Here comes Spatial Migration. And Cold World able to pick up the kill, but the golden hour coming through. A lot of damage onto Shark, but here's the beacon looking to pick him up and put him down, but everyone able to survive the slightest bit of HP. And if you're Nighthorde, it's starting to hurt. It's starting to get to your head.
Yeah, Tamal 0, 2, and 1 gets the grab there, flickers and miss. Whoa! Whole lot of damage. That is insane right there. Overall, Nighthorde is start. For a second, it looked okay. For a second, it looked plausible. For a second, it seemed like game 2. Maybe they're fighting back here. But Alpha 7 showing once again, listen, your antics won't work on us. Your insanity will not crack through our consistency.
We've played these games before. Shiro gets picked off 1v1 on the bot side. Nat's able to use the Petrify. And somehow, some way, Alpha 7 North not phased. And this is what the mentality of a champion team feels like or looks like, right? That's the difference between the goods and the greats. That's the difference between you know what? I don't want to say, unless I might get into trouble for using these metaphors. So yeah.
Whoa! Calm it down. But purple buff does at least get secured by Shiro there. He is forced to use the retribution. Alpha 7 North now, and this is just Cold World and Shark. The range right now, the speed from Shark, they're able to just bully just the 2 of them, let alone of what we might see here where Zia and Nats get involved.
Yeah, Shark going in, tracking shot, able to zone them out. Look at that. Tier 3 secured in the mid lane. All Tier 3's down. Oh,
nice stun.
Slam catches 3 members. The Mod Force coming out at the right time from Zia as well. He doesn't use the Purify. Best player with the Spatial Migration. Isolating Tamal, but Zia gets caught into an arrow, and they're able to snipe him down. Oh, it's back and forth. Back and forth,
but Alpha 7 still holding a decent lead. This might be a big kill on a Shark.
Oh, Shark still able to survive with the help of the Platinum Snap as well. Cold War makes it our harm's way. The Golden Hour doing so much work right now. And look at that. They get the arrow right on top of Nats. The Lantern is there. They're not allowing him to move, but they don't have the damage to take him down.
Still the amount of stuns right there. Arrow, slam, lantern, all of it. Nats just stayed still for a solid like 10 seconds there. Slam, arrow, slam.
Lantern, and he still didn't die. He was still above half HP, and the draft of Nighthorde is starting to show. Right, they're lacking the damage. They so badly needed the early game, and they didn't get it. And to be honest, I want to take a look if Merlin even picked up the Sky Pierce, or did Siri. At some point, they need some sort of damage. They need to find a way to snowball out of control.
You remember for about 2 weeks in the beginning of the season, Harley felt unbeatable?
Yeah.
You remember that? And now
look where we come.
I mean, it's still good. It's still very good. But, you know, there's still... It doesn't even matter in the face of Alpha 7 right now. Shiro having trouble even staying alive. Might try to go for a pick here. But we do know one thing about the Harley. It is, either way, it can do damage. It can get 1v1s even in late game. It's not an assassin that falls off, per se.
Yeah, and not just that. For not just the Harley, Kistler on this Beatrix does have really good wave clear, right? If there's a hero that has really good wave clear, it is a Beatrix. You got the Nibiru's Passion, you got the Penetrate, you definitely have the Renner Snipes try and take somebody down, and they've recently buffed that shotgun, that Wesker. And you know for a fact if anyone walks in close is gonna get into trouble. Meanwhile, speaking of trouble, Kistler already using the rage. Oh my god. Cold War with a yin yang overturn, able to pick up that kill. And things are slowly starting to fall apart for Nighthorde. But the one good thing we know about them is they persevere. They've done this before. They have seen
good
play
by Shiro.
No. Oh, God, this is what Layla was talking about. This is what Layla was talking about. The Golden Hour.
That's dirty.
Get saved. That's dirty right now. You know what else is? The Violent Requiem. Tamal tried. Oh, if you're Shiro right now, that's 2 kills onto Cold World that you should have got.
That's so dirty. It's unfair. It's not right. Not like this.
Under the table.
Under the table. That's below the belt right there. Shiro had you, but not today. That's what happens when you can, you know, you got a camera and a stopwatch. Marcel, able to completely reverse things back. Nighthorde, what do they do from here? I mean, that just makes...
They've done this before, right? They've held their own. They've bought the time, get to super late game, and they can make something happen. But best player, what a spatial migration. Violent Requiem, look at Zia, look at it clean up. Tamal falls. It feels like Tamal, his presence is just not there in this game compared to what Merlin could have put out in the roam position, what RR has done so far. Conceal play coming out from Shark. He just wants to get as aggressive as possible just to get the tier 2 in the mid lane. The Lord is not even there yet.
All right. That means we're going to see a big breakthrough possibly here. Wave coming down the mid, secondary waves behind these Lords. Luckily, they do have an Holy Defense up, and like you said, Kistler does have decent wave clear. Oh. Golden Hour comes down.
Oh, the shield gets popped too, and the Lord gets saved. This is nasty. That's very dirty right now. I don't know if you caught that, but Kistler, he gets caught all right. Zia's able to pick up that kill. There's a Encore still there. Look at the spatial migration come through with the help of the Wild Requiem and the Winter Crown. Oh no, Nighthorde are falling apart. 3 members are down, and all 5 from Alpha 7 North are standing. Shiro's trying to buy some time, clear the waves. It's not gonna be enough. 2 games back to back. Alpha 7 North dominate and showing levels to this game.
You want to talk about flow state? Alpha 7 right now is in flow state. Shark, every single Golden Hour mattered, whether it was aggressive, whether it was defensive, or whether it stalls the Lord and lets a minion through for a split second so that you can pop the Holy Defense and get the break in. Every single, I mean, it's just every frame mattered for Alpha 7 there, and they made it look easy.
Yeah, at the beginning, you know, we thought Shark was gonna be Sharkman Soup with that pick because, you know, we feel like Marcel is definitely not the kind of hero that he uses, but hey, he definitely was able to utilize Marcel really well. Cheeky plays with Marcel as well, so good for him.
And you know what? It's global bans. They've already used up the Harley and the Jushin and the Glue in one game, and they put the Jushin in the EXP out of all things. Oh, Trex.
Is it time to go back to yesterday's roster?
I was gonna say they should have started with that.
Did Nighthorde
to Tamal, man?
Did Nighthorde beat Vendetta just to give us this? I'm saying it.
They've overcooked, right? They overcooked a little bit. I don't know. The oven's been hot for too long. That one got preheated at 500. It's supposed to be at 350, my guy. It's not where you want to be. The crust is starting to burn. It's not golden brown no more. Oh,
well done.
At this point, well done. Hockey puck, bro. A hockey puck. You heard of that?
Beef jerky.
Yeah, I know, right? At this point, no medium rare, nothing. And Nighthorde have just they have nobody else to blame apart from themselves, right? At this point, with the way that both these games have been played, Alpha 7, it's not like they went crazy with these games. Yes, there were highlight moments in game number 2. Cold War surviving that one, the golden hour coming through again to save him, the golden hour on the top inhibitor just to make sure they pop that holy shield before the Lord can get in. Yes, small moments of brilliance coming out and shown by Alpha 7 North, but it was a regular game. Alpha 7 North just doing what they do best. Nothing out of the ordinary. They did not push them to the limit. Best player hasn't been tested yet.
Yeah, best players. I mean, none of them have been tested yet. It's 2 games right now of Alpha 7 just completely dominating. We've only been live for an hour and 11 minutes, guys. You know what I'm saying? Alpha 7
we put off a whole shift yesterday.
Did 8 solid hours. Alpha 7 giving them the works. Nighthorde, bring out the flow state. Let us see your second form. Give us something more, because that right there was not cutting it. And again, I can't even say it's just small micro decisions. After, I mean, how do I give a big answer to Merlin playing EXP Jushin? Cold World, on the other hand, had an amazing game. Kagura hasn't always had the best moments, but Cold World has been showing up on it, especially in this game here. 5-0 and 3 was just constant pressure, able to outrange the Jushin, able to stop the Harley in its tracks, able to kind of just keep them at bay and get those items in so quickly that the damage is coming soon. Picks up Sky Piercer Kagura at that.
I like Sky Piercer on Kagura.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it's aggressive though, and the fact that they didn't give the Sky Piercer to someone else to flourish on, it's like, listen, Cold World, you're going to do this today.
Now imagine she also had a flame shot instead of flicker.
Hey. You take the weapon. It's on you today. Prove yourself.
Yeah, Layla, and you can tell with a performance that they put out as well. MVP, Cold World, these golden hours, man. The golden hours come in clutch, able to survive. And need we say anything more? It just felt like they backed themselves into a corner. Off meta picks, off brand picks. Yes, we're talking global bans, but I mean, it could be a strategy. They don't use the great picks in the first half of these best of 7, and then we get to see
who's not using the great picks.
I mean, Beatrix, they could have used the carry. I don't know. Can we even justify the Jushin in the EXP lane?
They used the Jushin they used up their Jushin just to put it in the XP lane. They used the most banned hero currently just to put it in the EXP lane. I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit here and defend that.
No, and like you said, did we go through the 8 hours, 12 out of 15 games yesterday, all for this, right? That's the question right now. Nighthorde are a great team. We've seen them play at the highest of levels. When they're locked in, they are locked in. What happens today?
Where is RR? What happened to RR? I need answers.
I'm trying to find out.
Okay, that would be good. It would be great to know what happened and for the reason for that roster change, right? It was really unfortunate, and I think all of us here are hoping that we get that Nighthorde roster that we saw yesterday because I think they would have given us a show.
Fight.
Unfortunately,
Is banning.
is it happening? It's not. I think Tamal's with us for the whole series.
Tamal's
at this
vibing.
point.
He's hanging out. He's doing his thing. It's 2-0, Alpha 7. This time Nighthorde switched it up. They're going to opt for red side. Hail to ban from Alpha 7.
I am a daughter of Northern Vale.
Nighthorde takes out the Freya.
Protect it till my last
10 bans already on the map. If it continues this way, we still won't get to see what 6 bans of global ban look like.
But like, you know,
I'm cooking.
My mission.
I'm gathering the deets. I'm getting the tea.
it just would be amazing, you know, if you actually make it to Game 7 and then all the bans are gone and you get to pick whatever you want. That would have been a great game to see.
Yeah, just back to the basics, back to the drawing board. Freedom at last. We'll see if that actually happens. Don't get me wrong, we've seen some crazy turnarounds in North American finals before. We've seen reverse sweeps. We've seen 2s and 2s fired back and 1-1 and then back to a final Game 7. But the way this is looking, it's tough, right? Nighthorde, on the other hand, those last 2 games weren't even, we didn't, you know, they weren't 20-minute challenges. They weren't things like that. It was Alpha 7 just dominating. Nighthorde needs to think this through. I think they need to get back to the basics and play the game, play the way they've been winning throughout playoffs.
Yeah, I think at the moment Nighthorde needs to find a lock-in, right? Coach Gino just better pull up with some sort of strategies right now just to make those off-brand picks work. Bring out the sun at this point. Go crazy. Go for broke. It's all right. You've lost 2 games. Go down swinging, right? Go down swinging. We know this team can claw and scratch their way back up in any possible situation. And I think we want to see that here in this best of 7. It's the first best of 7 of MCT North. It's the first best of 7 for the MCT overall. You know what? We want to see 7 games. Are we? I don't want to say it, man. I don't want to say it, but it's looking like
we'll just watch them on Sunday.
The chat, yeah, the chat's feeling it already. And you know what? Yeah, folks, don't forget, we still got the South coming in tomorrow and the day after. But right now, it's all about the North. It's all for the marbles. It's all for that ticket to Paris, France. Hilda, Hylos, Basha, the beefy boys taking off. Meanwhile, on the other side, Freya, Harley, and Khalid. So not a lot of early game pressure. They want to alleviate early game pressure from either side. Valentina is left open. They picked that up, and now all of a sudden, Alpha 7 North already look like they're cooking.
Yeah, Nighthorde can have access to the Eve here, right? But with the Valentina already picked, Alpha 7 feels comfortable about it. And this is a pretty comfortable pick for Cold World as well. Something similar to how Yato sometimes will pick the Valentina over the Eve and certain other powerful picks like that. The question is, does Nighthorde take the Eve? Do they go for the ZTN this time? So, they can wait for it for 3rd pick. So up front, do you go for the Suyo here? Suyo plus
so,
1?
Right? Suyo plus, what is the plus? Yeah, Suyo plus what?
Carry, maybe go for the Claude.
Your team is picking.
For Dragon? I didn't like that.
I think would have been so much better.
Yeah, Claude, and then you lock in your Mage and save the XP lane for later.
Claude
Yeah,
here.
I feel like
Claude
with
plus.
the way that they're in the red
They do
side,
still
they
have a lot of
should be-
EXP lane options.
And they shouldn't be
Layla.
picking a hero without counter picking because they have the advantage on their side.
Claude plus, they can say jungle to the end, to be honest. Fredrin is still available here. Leomord's gone, Guinevere's gone. They don't have the Basha, they don't have the Harley, no Suyo.
They can
Joy's
take blue
another
here.
option. Yi Sun Shin is an option. They can pick up blue for themselves. Oh, the silence.
The silence is deafening.
Definite.
Phobius works as well.
Not bad.
All right, so bans coming in from Nighthorde. Do they lock in to best player right now? Take out the Fred. Harley's not on the board.
What
There's
do
no
they pick up,
Leomord
though?
left.
For Nighthorde,
There's
what
no
they're gonna pick
Basha.
up.
I mean, yeah, I'm thinking of the Zetian, but you're giving away your things. I'm thinking about the Eve, you're giving away the RWM. I think Zetian's a great choice, but the Blazing Duet could come through. Lilia is an option that they could exercise, but it's already gone. Carry, okay, they lock in their gold laner, so to Alpha 7 will choke out the mids, and Nighthorde will have to take out the jungle. What are the 2 jungle picks though? The Fredrin, the Joy.
And the Nolan.
I think Joy is a great great shout, right? Fanny.
Fanny ban. Fanny, I mean, just get rid of the assassins, or you think you're okay? I think maybe they think they're comfortable against the
Joy.
Against the Fredrin. Fanny Joy.
I think they're comfortable. Yeah, I think they take out the Joy. You can see the Kaja
Joy's
coming
been
out.
Kind of meh.
It's good against
I almost think the Nolan's better.
They're gonna pick something assassin. With that Kaja pick.
Something assassin. Hashtag
something assassin.
Something
Hashtag Layla Logic. Hashtag new legacies.
LLs.
Hashtag LL
MCT
Baxo.
You should start a series, Layla. Layla
A
Logic.
series.
Layla Logic.
Is banning.
Joy ban. Solid.
Okay, there you go.
Alpha 7. What can they take out? Kaja's gone. Another roam option. That's aggressive. Kalea, I think. Just to make sure if best players wants to go for an assassin like a Hayabusa, maybe a Nolan. See, I think Kalea can. Do they even really care about the Belleric at this point? They've got the Valentina, so yeah, I think they're fine. I think mid lane.
Perspectives expose the same.
Never mind, Marcel was open.
Marcel. 2, 1. So Nighthorde maybe saves roam. With all the roam banning, Nighthorde might want to save it and lock in their mid lane now. Take up either the Zetian or the Eve. I mean, you have to. That's just
Rock.
They're both good. Zetian or Eve.
Muscle of iron. Boom.
Okay, gotcha.
What are you saving your mid lane for? I just don't get it.
I don't know. I'm looking at.
I feel like the roam would have been the better.
Right now.
That's like Louis. They go for like a Louis here.
Is it good though? That's the other thing. Like it's decent, but I mean, it's
they
never
go for like a
bad
Fermies here, but not against the Claude.
Not against Valentina.
Or the Valentina.
I think Louis is a great shout, right there. Yeah, I think Vexana, but the Nolan super great.
Yeah,
we were talking about the Nolan. I think Kimmy.
Fairness.
Okay.
I called it, but I don't know if it's gonna work. The fact that they saved it for the end meant we're not gonna see the Claude. The Claude is literally the first. Back when Fairness was like the hot pick. It's like, all right, if the Fairness comes up, you Claude in response. You immediately get a Blazing Duet into all of the, so timing has to be so crucial for the side of Nighthorde here. It's gonna be tough. Not only that, Fracture covers a lot. If everyone groups up, in comes Shark, gets a big slam. Nats as well with Dark Waves. I mean, overall, a lot of this composition just picks apart the Fairness. I think it was a risky play that could have been done in a much different game. It was a pick that they could have used in game 2, game 1, game 5 if they would have got there. If they're gonna get there, the Fairness here just doesn't. They're grasping. I feel like at this point, I hate to say it. Maybe they pull it off.
Yeah.
I hate to talk so down, but maybe they pull it off.
You know, but
Layla?
have a Valentina.
Well, we're hoping they can pull it off, right? We want to see it go all the way. It's not North America if it does not go all the way. We're in game number 3, folks. 2 games back-to-back to Alpha 7. Dominating fashion at Nighthorde. They've been through 95 teams to get here. Not for it to end up like this. And you know they're going to put up a fight. Fighting tooth and nail, scratching and clawing their way back into the series. And this could be the game to make it all possible.
All right, Siri, Tamal up against the best duo in the mid currently. Shark has been so aggressive in these past 2 games, and now coming on to game 3, Tamal and Siri, I think really have to kind of push the gas here. They've been trying to go toe-to-toe. But honestly, Tamal's been a bit of a weak point. He's got to step it up, get the rust out of your systems, put some oil in those joints. I mean, and do something here, because Night Horde is on the verge of going to match point, and Alpha 7 is just, like we said, it's flow state. Taking a look at the emblems, everything not too crazy. I mean, overall, we get to pull it together from Siri. We're looking to be able to use these ults as many times as possible. Cold World is all with some cooldowns, able to move around the map fast with the Wilderness Blessing along with Shark, and that's exactly how they like to play. They want to be in your face, they want to control the river, and they want to be able to get where they need to go quickly. And when you have something like a Nolan who also jungles extremely fast, I mean, one of the fastest in the game right now, it's a problem.
Oh, Shark. Oh, Fracture coming out as well from best player. And just before the turtle, they get them low, push them back into a corner. They got to go to the fountain. 5 seconds to the turtle. They've already controlled this river. They're dominating the pit. And Night Horde have no answer to it whatsoever. Siri needs to hit that level 4 to get that Nether Realm going. But the moment he does, Cold World is going to take it away from him. I mean, he doesn't even need to hit level 4. Cold World's already probably taken it away from him. So now you're going to look at extended team fights. The turtles are the one. The turtle pit is going to be the one to get it started. Nats goes in with the pursuit. Black Dragon coming out. The Cold World takes the Black Dragon for himself, unlocks it. Best player looking to come in. Retribution able to secure that. There comes out the Nether Realm, but get taken down at the same time. Shiro is going to be first one in the hands of Cold World. Zia comes in with Blazing Duet. Siri goes down in the hands of best player one after another. Night Horde are trying and trying, but Alpha 7 always got their number.
Yeah, Night Horde just too split up for that fight. Shiro can't take advantage of the Nether Realm. Merlin now taken out on top side as well. Night Horde just getting torn apart in pieces, even in fights. Kistler able to flicker in and finally get a kill for himself. That is huge. One thing we didn't point out that I think maybe Layla was trying to say, the Feramis does in a sense do good against the glue when the split happens, right? It can be like a counter to the glue. But in the general sense of things, still, it's just for the split, and there's still the worry of, like, if Night Horde does group up, there's a lot of crowd control options for Alpha 7 to take advantage of that with the wave, with the slam. The Fracture covers a lot of range as well. Cold World with look at the damage already.
Oh, speaking of the Fracture, Tamal, he's not having a good game, is he? He's not having a good finals. He definitely is not. He's eating a lot of damage, not just in this game, game number 2, game number 1. He's not allowed to play the game whatsoever. And I think if you're Night Horde right now, you're playing into the hands of Alpha 7. Because I think we've said this before, Alpha 7, Nats flickers out, wasn't needed, but just making sure he's safe. But
proving a point.
To continue, you know, Alpha 7 have some of the best individual players in their particular lanes in North America side of the MCT, right? Individually, they have some of the best players in their team. And the reason they've had a tough time against Vendetta, because Vendetta were a more team fight oriented team. And you can see that the moment they're trying to pick team fights, they can get something. Infernal Pursuit comes out, Black Dragon Unleashed, Nether Realm, just to make sure Shiro gets caught in it. Now he goes down. And best player able to find Siri with the Fracture. Merlin now running for the hill that I don't think he's going to be let go of. Another kill in the pocket of Alpha 7 North.
It's game number 3, and it's a highlight reel of game number 1 and 2 all matched up into once right now. Best player 4, 0, and 2.
Shark,
big dash under the top, under the bottom.
Blazing Duet comes out as well. Shark with a grab, trying to pull him back as well. Kistler gets taken down. And if you took a look at the AOG, when Tamala was trying to use it, Shark was waiting for him to get there. Not just that, they're juggling tower damage, the aggro, just to make sure Z is able to get that kill. And now Cold World, Aspen forward, looking to pick off Siri. Might just get this one as well. He does. Merlin finally finds something for the Night Horde. 2 kills on their side, but 5K gold in the hands of Alpha 7 North.
Yeah, that was a value meal at the price of cold world. You get a tower, you get 4 members of the Night Horde. Top tower going down as well to Nats right now. Buy 1, get 4 free, plus a tower, plus a kid's toy and the Happy Meal in the form of a tier 3 on the top side. Items now locking in. We're already looking at almost 1,000 gold lead in each member's hands. 1,800 in the hands of best player, plus 2 levels. Shiro goes down. Alpha 7 are on a roll.
On a roll. They're skipping everything. They're not waiting in line. They want to get that trophy. They want to be the ones to represent North America in this grand finals of the MCT. They want to see who they're going up against. Everyone on the south side as well are watching this game at the moment. Not just that, everyone across the world. After what we got a best of 7 grand finals in MPL MENA and MCT. I don't know the way it's going. Night Horde are backing themselves into a corner. Their own worst enemy, their own Achilles heel at this point. And you can see Shark creating so much disruption with this glue. Tier 2 in the mid lane just falls quite easily.
Destroyed.
Alpha 7 North looking to end things quickly. We're only at 7 minutes, guys. 7 minutes. 3rd turtle just spawned, and we're already down to holy defenses.
Turret has been destroyed.
They might not even go for the turtle. Listen, let's break this thing down. Let's break these. Let's crack open these holy defenses. Pre-3rd turtle. Normally it's pre-1st lord.
No. Are they gonna do that? Are they gonna line up and start recalling? I was gonna say that's disrespectful at this point. That's just showing power. That's a power play. Oh, that was power play.
Where were you? What are you doing, Siri?
Turret has been destroyed.
I was saying, Trex, like Vendetta pushed Alpha 7 to the limit because they didn't want to play this individual laning phase games, right? They don't want to separate. They want to group up. They want to get these 5v5s, get the macro on point, put Alpha 7 into a difficult position where you know your team can outplay them. But in this case, Night Horde are not able to do that. These are individual plays, and Siri goes down again.
Where's he going?
Cloud. Oh. This is tough. This is tough if you're the Night Horde right now. And if you're a fan of the Night Horde or became a fan of the Night Horde after their nice run in the MCT, it's not looking good. Shiro is just barely hanging on. Best player's 13. Shiro's 9 at this point.
Recalls are starting to come out. They didn't want that turtle. They didn't want that lord.
Oh, they go gung-ho. Another realm coming out as well. AOG coming through with the help of the Black Dragon. A lot of damage dished out, but there only the Nether Realms get popped. And now you can see the slam getting on top of it, but still only Merlin goes down. Night Horde were the ones to try and engage. But Alpha 7, the goal lead is massive. It's 10,000. It's over 9,000.
Did we talk about the fact that they only took one? Whoa, a little bit of damage. Zia?
Yeah, not just that. Look at the Dark Wave coming into the backline. Shark goes. He does pay the price, but Tamal almost falling out. The burn is showing, and Cold World able to get that off with a glowing wand.
That is insane. They finally go for Lord. They were kind of testing the waters to see if they could break through without even taking it, honestly. Only 1 turtle got taken this game because by the time the second one spawned, Alpha 7 was already at their base and just wanted to keep on pushing in. 10K gold lead in 9 minutes. It's about 1.13K a minute. It is criminal. It's unjust at this point. Daylight robbery. 3.5K gold lead to just best player alone.
It's daylight robbery. It's illegal. This should not be allowed by the Guardians of the Land of Dawn. And you know what? Not just that. Even the Lord's on their side. It's marching on the mid lane.
Night Horde right now, they got a cut brow. They're bleeding over the eyes. Referee would throw in a towel at this point. Night Horde.
They got no towel.
No towel. You gotta watch it happen as Alpha 7 kicks in your doors right now.
Yeah, we wanted to see an all-out brawl. We wanted to see it go all the way, not a Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano match. At this point, with the way that went out, the Night Horde Oh, they're trying to hold their own, right? Can they really do anything? The Flying Cloud, they're just having fun at this point, but they lose all inhibitors. The one good thing they do have is Kishler on this carry, but you need to buy time. At this point, we're talking 25-minute timer. Tamal goes over the AOG, goes down. There's the Nether up, try and save it, but what a petrol. With Elf of the Furious, now this could be the moment that they're looking for. Blaze No, it comes out. Sia tries to buy some time. Shiro did get 2 with the help of the rest, but the look at the base. Crystal, triple kill in the hands of Siri, but Nats is hacking away along with Shark in game number 3 in their pocket. Alpha 7 North match point.
For just a second of that game, it looked like Night Horde were about to turn the tables. But Alpha 7 quickly put doubt into any hope that anyone had for the Night Horde in game number 3. And now, in an Alpha 7 fashion, we are sitting at match point, Layla.
Match point, and from the looks of it, it might be what everybody's talking about. It's starting to look like it's heading that way.
Listen, G, don't get out the room, okay? Whatever you do, if Aiko's watching right now, do not grab that broom. Somebody go check his live stream. If there's a broom out, it might be time to place some bets in the other direction.
They put the guest coins on the other side, and this is a quick game though. 10 minutes 38 seconds. About to say, G is probably, you know what, maybe he's not getting the broom out. Maybe he's practicing his French right now, you know. Oui, oui.
Omelette du fromage.
Oh my God, you're really looking at to get good cheese at this point. But Night Horde 6 kills on their side. Alpha 7 20. And the kills that Night Horde got were off of mistakes or overextensions from Alpha 7 North. And they must be chuckling, having some fun in this game, laughing around. Because at no point did Night Horde look like they were in control. And why were they not in control? The entire game, they tried to take these individual plays. They wanted to outplay the opponent, not looking to maximize what their lineup can bring into the table as a whole, as a collective. And the problem being, when you're not playing as a collective against a team like Alpha 7 North, they are going to wipe the floor again. They're going to wipe the floor with you. We've seen that before. Every single team in MCT North tried to do that. The only team that has not tried to do that was Vendetta. They wanted to take it to them 5 versus 5, collective versus collective, and that's when they were able to push them the distance, pushing Alpha 7 to a point where we thought, do they really have it? Do they really have what it takes to get to the finals? Do they really have what it takes to get to EWC, to the mid-season cup? And you can see why. And now all of a sudden, Night Horde are playing the game that Alpha 7 have mastered throughout the entire MCT. I don't know. The final boss might be a little too much for the new up-and-comers at this point.
It's tough. I mean, the final boss is looking rough. Night Horde, do they have anything up their sleeve before game number 4? Is there a solution? Is there an answer? And, you know, we could look at these highlights and try to decode it, but overall, Alpha 7 is just dominating around the block. That last play right there, Merlin running down the river for dear life, is what these last 3 games have looked like at this point. We haven't had a single one yet where Night Horde has had a gold lead, where they've been able to stall the game more than 15 minutes, and that is unusual, right? Night Horde normally is a team that can go the distance, that's willing to push other teams to their brink. Even when Night Horde got swept by Vendetta, it was down the wire. And Alpha 7 right now, they're just toting the wire. They're hanging out. They set the line themselves for how this should go.
Yeah, and I want to say it might have been a different story if they had the original roster, but what can I say? Just we'll see them next time coming back stronger with that roster locked in.
Already giving up, Layla? Come on. Come on. Already giving up? No way. I mean, unfortunate that they don't have, you know, they don't have their RR at the moment to provide those massive EXP plays or have Merlin open up the map for them. Yes, but don't count them out. We're still talking about North America. We've seen these kind of games before. We've seen them go the distance. It was a 3-0 dominating few games, and then all of a sudden it got flipped around. You can't write scripts for series like this. And the one thing being, for Night Horde, they still got it in the bag. Again, we can't say this enough. If there's a team that can take any team to the distance, it is the Night Horde. But to get there, they got to get through the brick wall first. And that brick wall in this case is Nats. He has been the difference maker for Alpha 7 North, and you can see why. 4-0 AKDA. If you cannot get past them, there's no way you can read Zia, right? Zia is the one that's the pillar for the entirety of Alpha 7 North. But if you can't make it past the wall, you can't get past the door, how are you going to look at the pillar? How are you going to surround? How are you going to hack away at the pillar, man? MVP performance tracks.
Nats Entertainment once again just coming through. And it's funny, I always want to say it every time it's with a different hero, but obviously it is. We're in global ban, so I can't really hype that fact up. But still, Nats has just showed dominance around the board from the beginning of the season. What was it? Week 1, we got to see that insane. I mean, the moment we knew Nats was going to be a star this season, the moment he got that 3-man Black Dragon Petrify on day 1, I'm pretty sure it was, right, Kronos? You remember that?
Yeah,
bot lane by the turtle,
was.
3-man Petrify into Furious Dive. I mean, overall, this guy has been making plays happen back and forth, Layla.
A difference maker.
Yes. Yeah, he's done very well. It seems like his hero pool is very deep, but he can make any of these heroes work for him. And he's definitely a pillar in the team as well.
Nah, he ain't no pillar. The pillar is Zia. He's the wall. You got to get through the wall to get to the pillar at this point. But you know what they're doing,
Shark's
though?
the foundation.
Oh?
I mean, yeah, I would say so.
The cement on the ground.
What's
Who's
best
the
player? He's the curtains. He makes the room look good.
Nah, bro, he's the heat
He's the
that gets
swag.
your blood pressure kicking in. He's the heat that gets your blood pressure kicking in.
Well, that's Zia. Zia's the fireplace.
No, I mean, if you think about it, with the way that the Alpha 7 have been playing, they've been beating Night Horde pillar to post at this point, and Night Horde have no answer whatsoever. And if there is an answer, it's got to come through a collective team play. If you're trying to take it individually against the Alpha 7 North, there's no team in North America right now that can beat them there. Vendetta took collective plays, looking to dominate the turtle pits, looking to get these trade HP in the early game, layer the skills, get them at a -1, and then utilize, and then box out for your goal laner so you can dish out the damage. That was the play that Vendetta went with throughout, right? Every single time they go against Alpha 7 North. And Alpha 7 North struggle against a team that looks to box out for their marksman or box out for their goal laner. In this case, it's just not there. In this case, Night Horde, they're not boxing out. They're not looking to make, they're not looking to trade HPs or get them to a -1 point before the turtle. Their rotations have been off. Their decision making has been, there's been hesitation in terms of the decision making, and Alpha 7 are just capitalizing. At this point, Alpha 7 are too locked in for Night Horde to be playing this loose.
Yes, locked in they are. And make sure you guys in the chat are locked in for our diamond drop that's about to happen. Okay, so how this goes is in the chat, the mod will be asking you questions. Be engaging with your mod is gonna help you win those diamonds. The diamond drops are happening on our official channels on YouTube and TikTok. So make sure you're following MLBB Esports and watching the live stream from those official channels on these two platforms to be able to have the chance for that diamond drop brought to you by Bonox.
Question.
Bonox, yes.
Do Alpha 7 North start playing around with their food right now?
I was literally just about to say that. When they win this hard, when it's 3-0, and it's not just like, it's not just a 3-0, guys. We're gonna be honest here. This is a, we've only been here for an hour and 45 minutes, and most 3-0s take us to about 11 p.m., 10:30 p.m. That's what the past couple 3-0s have been. It is something for sure. So if they do they risk that? It's grand finals. I don't think you do. I think you put your foot on the neck and you finish things here. Don't play with your food. Go for the kill.
Nah,
okay,
you know what? At this point, Alpha 7, entertain us. Please pull out the Hellkirk. Get something off-brand.
Give us a Fanny Rome Petrify
gonna
Shark.
have
Let's
some
see it.
Yeah,
fun.
shark signature. Shark signature.
But, you
Get
know-
Zia on the Lancelot in the gold lane. Just do it. It's okay.
So they're gonna have some
Johnson
fun with their
Jungle.
food, but you know, the Nighthawk, are they gonna just sit there and be that food to be played with, or do they go out with a bang? Do they go fight one last time and see what, you know, show us what the Nighthawk can do?
I mean, it does look like they are making some last moment changes here. They're going to have a quick roster
Are they?
swap. Yep. But it is not the roster swap we exactly want. RR is still not joining us. Merlin will be moving back to the Rome position, but Kaizen will be jumping into EXP. We have not seen Kaizen play, I don't think, yet at all, right?
I don't
Well,
know.
our trump
Has
card,
he?
this could be the
Kaizen
moment.
has not played
you
at
know?
all, but at least you get Merlin in the Rome. And that's where his comfortability is. That's what they did back when they took Tamal out. Merlin jumped into Rome, and it was kind of a game changer. Yes, it's not RR, but at this point, right, it's match point. The past couple of games have all been under 13 minutes. You have to do something.
It could be the tipping point, right? It could tip the scales in their favor. And I think the one good thing is Merlin definitely has showed out in the Rome position better than Tamal. Tamal's not been able to control the river. He can't hang with Shark, man. Shark is dancing circles around him at this point. And he's got birds and butterflies moving around at this point. It feels like a cartoon, but it's getting difficult for Nighthawk, right? And you gotta feel for the other players too, because they put in so much hard work to get there. Not like they're here just to get wiped by Alpha 7. Of course, Nighthawk, they've, out of every single team in MCT, they've had the most grueling path, right? They've had the toughest path to get to this point. And of course, they are the ones that are kicking themselves that it's gone to this stage where backs are against the wall. It's match point for Alpha 7, and now you are trying to make changes and see what can work.
Are we gonna see Benny Rome
I don't know.
fighting?
There's a
each
big
other?
chance that Alpha 7 knows about, I mean, obviously Alpha 7 sees the roster change as well, so that in itself might make Alpha 7, no, let's not take any risks here. Let's not give them any momentum to swing back. We've been in this position before. All of these players have lost grand finals from bad decisions, so I don't think any of them are going to, I don't think this is a time to mess around. I honestly believe they're going to come into this game swinging and trying to end things, because the thing is they still have another grand finals ahead of them, like an actual grand finals. This is just the North finals, right? The North group finals at that. They still have bigger fish to fry after this, so we'll see what happens.
And the bigger fish to fry, can we quickly touch up on that real quick? So
Yeah.
right, the winner today, they are our North champion, but they are going to go against the South champion, which will be determined this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And these two champions from the North and South are going to battle out for the ultimate, in the grand finals, for the ultimate champion of the Americas. And that's the region
Americas.
that they're going to represent when they
Americas.
go into MSC, right?
Yeah, the winner will go to MSC, and even the loser of that, the second place, will still have a shot at redemption by going to the wild card. And if they can beat all other 7 teams in wild card, can earn themselves a slot at MSC on the main stage. So no matter what, winning this gets you the ticket, but it doesn't get you a main stage slot. So either way, like I said, bigger fish to fry, bigger problems. Alpha 7 doesn't want to waste too much energy against Night Horde. At least I don't think. That's the question, right? Who knows? Who knows? They might get a little crazy, but you can tell that right now. I'm glad that we're biding some time here. I think Night Horde deserves that. We're not rushing into this game number 4. I think everyone deserves that. Make sure these teams are ready. Sometimes over here in the Americas, games can feel a little rushed for these teams. They don't get full 15-minute breaks to game plan and think of strategies. It's like, all right, you lost, get ready for the next game, you know, things like that. So right now, we're giving them a second to breathe and strategize, and I think that's well needed and well deserved.
I mean, not just the players, right? Even their fans. I think Layla has been the biggest fan of Nighthorde so far throughout their entire journey, and you could see every time Nighthorde win, her volume and her energy is a little higher. Every time they ended up on the losing side, it drops down, and today has been on a little bit of the lower side. But Layla, do you think this change with Kaizen coming in is something that could breathe life into the lineup?
I don't know. I have not seen Kaizen in any of their lineups, so I'm not sure, but I know for sure that the Nighthorde, if it's the last hurrah, they're gonna fight for their life. Okay, they've come too far to just let it be a last game for them. So that's what I want to see from
Nighthorde. Yeah, like overall,
the fight of
really
their life.
like the fight of their life. Put it all on the line. Okay. You heard him, Nighthorde. Your #1 fan, Layla. Put up the fight of your life. You want to see this girl cry? I don't. Not on broadcast.
She was, guys. The day Nighthorde lost, when we went off screen, she was crying. So
she immediately put her headphones down, left. Didn't talk to any of us after for a week.
Yeah, until the next broadcast. So
yeah,
you could tell. Yeah,
and we talk a lot, guys. All three of us.
It's part of our job.
Part of our job.
Yeah.
Yes. These casters, amazing caster that they are. Okay, so if you haven't followed these guys yet, make sure you do. We know Trex is going to EWC. So you'll be seeing him casting.
Whoa! What are you saying, Layla? I don't know what she just said. She didn't say anything that she meant to say. Chronos.
What?
Bonjour.
I'm about to say. I mean,
Nothing. Nobody said.
What I was gonna say is Layla was crying the entire week, and she's still reeling from the effects of that, right?
Yeah.
She's still a little woozy. She's still feeling a bit ill. She's crying. She's sniffling all around, but she's put on a great performance. So Nighthorde, you better pull up. Your biggest fan at the moment wants to make sure you're able to get that big dub, and not just that. I think in terms of what Kaizen brings to the table, it definitely can turn things around a little bit, right? At least it's a wild card. It's just thrown a wrench into the plans of Alpha 7, and at this point Alpha 7 must be thinking like, okay, we've planned to play against Merlin, we planned to play against RR, we saw that Tamal's gonna come in, so okay, we know how to play against him because we've seen him before. Kaizen, maybe they've not scrimmed with him as much. Maybe he's been there and Kaizen realized like, hey, my team is kind of better, and just because my hero pool doesn't fit into this current meta, maybe I'm gonna be taking a backseat. That could be a reason. So we could start seeing the Suns pop out. We can start seeing, I don't know, at this point, are we gonna see the Sun in the gold lane? Are we gonna see the are we gonna see the Sun in the gold lane? Are we gonna see something else pop out in EXP, right? Because at this point, Trex, I mean, I see it, you see it. Is this gonna be the final nail in the coffin for the Nighthorde?
Very possibly. It might be the last nail in the coffin for a lot of us. But we do have picks and bans coming in. Let's talk about this. Nighthorde on the blue side has opted for blue side. They've tried red, they've tried blue, they've taken the blue pill, they've taken the red pill, they've been in reality, but either way, they are getting taken out 3 games in a row right now. With Kaizen in, a new face on the team, the bench, a guy that we haven't seen play at all, but Merlin gets to go to that roam position. He has honestly been the problem child, right? He's been the star of the team for a while. Many games has he been able to save things in dire positions. Can he do it now? And possibly the most important game of his entire life.
Fight for the ultimate answer. Is banning.
Hilda gone, Harley gone. Imagine his debut in MCT, Grand Finals, life on the line. Whoa, he must be feeling the pressure. Have you seen those animes where, like, you know, the game's going on And then the sub comes in, he walks into the pitch, right?
Yeah.
This could be someone can clip
Like
this,
when-
tag MLBB
like when
Esports, win yourself some.
Gohan takes on Cell, right? Like when it's like.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, not just that. I mean,
sorry. Yeah, you know.
yeah. Yeah, but he walks in and then all of a sudden he feels the heat of the room just like build from 0 to 100 just because of the fact that he's walking in such a clutch moment. I think he's feeling it, right? Not just that, hopefully he's had enough time to warm his fingers up, warm his hands up, warm up his mind to make sure he can get to that point, because Nighthorde will be relying on him. And that's another point. Will the Nighthorde rely on him to make these plays? Are they going to play a little bit more towards Kistler and tell Kaizen, all right, listen, you just got to hang in there. Don't lose to Nats. Keep him in the lane. Do they give him something in the drafting phase to make sure he can keep Nats a little bit busy? Keep him occupied. Proxy the waves. Don't let Nats get out of control, because the moment Nats gets out of control, Alpha 7 will dominate the entire game. So Nighthorde need to find a way to contain him, and is Kaizen gonna get the job done?
I think that's definitely the question. Good strategy. I feel like the way, they took a while to actually get this game started, and I think that's, the strategy that they were going through, and I actually think that's exactly to keep Nats occupied so that he cannot go and rotate. And what great way to do it with a Uranus, right? Uranus has been very annoying. He can cut the lanes. Let's see what Nats would answer with that.
Yeah, I mean, Uranus is a solid pick. It's something that I think in a situation like this, it's well-rounded. So many XP laners. If you've been playing a while, it's comfortability, I think. That's why Nats, Merciless, all these guys do so well on it. It's something it's a hero that's been in the game forever, right? All the way back to when it was literally just Esmeralda and Uranus inside of the XP lane. But that also means Nats knows how to deal with it very, very well. They pick up the Gourd plus the Khalid. Alpha 7 here. Also just keeping things similar. And so far they're not. Oh, but Shiro is going to risk it. Cho comes up as a quick answer to make sure, as more of a takeaway, I think, from Alpha 7 here.
I think it's a failsafe for whatever assassin comes out on the other side. And I was gonna say only the Suyo is kind of left open. And is there a better time to pick up the Suyo if you are best player, if you're Alpha 7, or it's match point? It's match point. You punch your ticket to Paris, right? No matter what they say, no matter how you played your games, it's okay if you got Cho on the other side. You're warmed up right now. And that's another thing I've noticed. They never really give best player the Suyo in the first game, just to make sure he's locked in when he gets this hero in his hands, because it's a guaranteed dub for Alpha 7 whenever he gets in his hand. Not just that, when Cold World also picks up the Gourd, they have the early aggression. They can play front to back. They're taking away any sort of high ground from the other side, any sort of burst that could come out. And you can see Moskov plus Alice taken off just to make sure Fanny will have a great time. There's not a lot of crowd control from Alpha 7 to stop this Fanny. Yes, it is present in the form of the projectile and the raging sandstorm.
They leave the Kaja open though. Oh no, the Khalid's still there though.
So I don't think the Kaja is going to come through. The glue's not going to be available. I think if Alpha 7 just gets something in the XP lane, like, yeah, there you go. Arlot comes through and you have some form of crowd control with that final slash. But if you're the Nighthorde, how are you going to round it up? Where is your damage going to come from? What is going to be your goal laner? They don't have the Beatrix. They don't have the carry. They don't have the Harriet. No Moskov. They get the Valentina for themselves, which is good. But again, into the Gourd, not so great. Claude is the only option, isn't there?
Yeah, Claude. You just pick up the Claude here, which isn't bad, honestly. Claude's always decent. Nighthorde draft doesn't look bad at all. The fact that the Khalid got locked in so early, they felt comfortable. Alpha 7 though, gold laner for them as well. No Harith, no Claude. Carry is available, but it's kind of a sitting duck against the Fanny. There it is. I was waiting for it. I was gonna say Ruby's the only answer to the Fanny right now. Yeah. Ruby was the only answer. They had nothing left. Gold lane Ruby though is a little sus.
It's honestly, I think
I may have just went EX. I would have maybe even, you could have swapped the Khalid if you wanted to. But yeah, gold lane damage Ruby.
A damage Ruby.
I got a feeling maybe like hybrid, hybrid Ruby. You know.
Well,
that's spicy.
this is match point, and if this is the time to do it for the Night Horde, if they're gonna fight for their life and stay around for this championship. If not, this might be it, the last game for them.
Hey, Alpha 7 looking to punch their way. They're trying to punch their ticket to the EWC Treks.
Can they do it is the question on all of our minds, or can Night Horde put a slow stop to them, Kronos?
Yeah, can they do it? Because this choke has been getting to the point where it's tipping. The scales are starting to tip. The water is getting to a boiling point, and you know for a fact Alpha 7 North do not want to let it go away. It is match point, ladies and gentlemen. One step into that plane to get themselves into the mid-season cup. Can Night Horde pull it back? Can Night Horde take us the distance? Can Night Horde put a stop to the plans? They already try and push it back, Shark as much as possible. And this is what they need to do. And this is what Merlin brings in when he's playing in Rome.
All right, already decent damage on a Shark, sending him back to base. Night Horde, we know what the plan is here. Shiro, pop off, look for big kicks from Merlin, slow down best player as much as possible. For the first time, we're seeing Night Horde control the river decently. Siri making an early game, gank up top, but he is taking a lot of damage up there on the top side.
Ooh, this is what they need to look at. Shark playing as aggressive as he can. Siri is pushed back, and all that early control they kind of had in their favor is starting to slip. Although they do have Shiro on this Fanny, and we know what his Fanny can do, but the problem being, Trex, I don't like Fanny when it's do or die.
I mean, I feel it. I get what you're saying, but I think this is a draft where it can be okay, but Night Horde is kind of on a ticker, right? Once Zia starts getting involved in these team fights, once Alpha 7 groups up together, the Fanny is going to have a lot of trouble moving in. You get caught by Nats, you get caught by Zia, and down goes Shiro already. Now it's do or die.
Not like this. Not like this. Not the hero that you want to snowball in the early game. Shiro's gone. The threat of the Fanny, which was present now, all of a sudden neutralized. Cold World getting the gush out as well. Radiant Sandstorm with the help of a flicker from Siri. And now you can see they're trying to go for a broke. Nat's able to pick off Siri at the moment. Shiro goes in. Final Slash coming out as well. Kaizen able to make it out of harm's way with the help of the flicker. But Alpha 7 North are not done with them. Here comes the Blade Surge as well on from best player. Looking to catch Kaizen off guard. He's just a little too tanky at this point. Purple buff is going to be the one they're looking to contest. Merlin flickers out as well. Alpha 7 North know what the job is. They already got the job half done. They're just looking to put a full stop to this entire conversation.
Yeah, and they're attacking at multiple fronts. Kaizen getting pushed down on the boss side as Shark and Cold World attacked by the purple buff. Nobody's safe on the Night Horde right now. They tried to make themselves space, but they're immediately getting sandwiched. Once again, Shiro tries to go in, and Zia's already there waiting for him. The pocket is ready. The trap is set consistently by Alpha 7. And look at Nats being proactive as ever, moving to the boss side along with best player. Kaizen gets vision, but Shiro may just lose this orange buff. And he does.
Oh, Kaizen is trying. Kaizen is trying. Look at Shiro. He goes in, able to find Nats at the right time. They trade Kaizen for it. So Shiro, he's able to pull something back for it.
Oh, God.
They're coming out of Sharp with the help of the flicker, and best player finds a double. Ooh, Alpha 7 North. They're not here to play. They just want
I felt that one
so bad.
I felt that one in my jaw right there. That one hurt. Shark going long distance, catching Shiro. Every time he tries to do something, he's just denied. Merlin with a nice kick though, paired up with Siri.
Yeah, Cold World gonna go down with the help of Merlin. They got something done at this point. They're pulling one back slowly and steadily, trying to build the lead. Kistler, Art of Thievery on the Shark. He's trying to buy some time. There's a quick sand guard, but look at best player coming out at the right time. Sia going for a pincer as the I'm offended, misses. Now Shiro goes to the back line with help of the cutthroat, able to find him. There comes the blazing do it from Kistler. Shiro left in no man's land, and best player finds another. He's on a killing spree and able to get the Sky Piercer to top it off.
And Night Horde is putting up a fight. Layla wanted that. They're putting up a fight, but right now, the big problem is even though Shiro's getting kills, even though Merlin gets killed, even though they're finding picks, best player is 3-0-1. even with Alpha 7 maybe not completely dominating, Best Player is having an amazing game on a hero that you don't want to let him have an amazing game on. And the clock is on. Alpha 7 running a mile in 7 minutes right now, 6 minutes right now, just completely on a roll. Oh.
They're on a roll, all right. There's the Rage Sandstorm coming up from Syria at the same time. You can see Kistler going in, able to get out with the help of the Purify. Nats looking to chase him down, blazing duet with a BMI, but Best Player was waiting for him. Able to snipe him, but he goes in. He does have the Sky Piercer series, able to kite him. Look at Nats, he flickers forward, able to get that kill, and now all of a sudden the hopes and dreams that Night Horde have had is starting to fall apart.
Best Player's hunting wabbits right now. My guy is just stalking his prey at this moment. Walks up, clocks him, gets a kill, and if he doesn't get it, someone else on the team does. Shark 2-1-5 as well. Kaizen unable to do Uranus things. Pulled back with the I'm offended.
Oh.
Forces the flicker.
Out. Projectile comes in as well. It's not looking good. Look at Zia. Goes in. Don't burn Wolf's King, but at the same time, he did that under their towers. Projectiles, the crowd control, the layering of the skills. Alpha 7 North are starting to pull away, and Night Horde can't do anything. They're backed in. They're hiding under their own tier 3s, and they don't feel safe.
All right, the lockup does land on a Kaizen there.
Oh, Merlin goes in, but at the same time, look at the engage coming through as well from Best Player, able to be unstoppable at this point. And Merlin, who was looking to cast him in the back line, gets caught himself. Kaizen trying to buy some time. Here he goes in with the Raging Sandstorm, but seems like he's going to be swept by Nats and able to find a double. Kaizen's the only one left standing, and Kistler comes in as well, but he's on the bot side. Kaizen looking to get taken down. Best Player trying to get offended, able to find the opening. Night Horde are scrambling.
The dogs are out right now. Like I said, it's hunting season. We're talking Shark has just landed time after time, taking out Shiro mid-sky, mid-cable, and Best Player's right behind him every time. They corner Kaizen under a tower. They wait for the homies to show up. They trade shots, and they make sure they get the kills. Night Horde is standing in the face of such adversary right now. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. It's looking rough. 5-4-0 is imminent at this point. It's a 6K gold lead for Alpha 7. Is there an answer? Another catch.
What do they do here at this point? What do Night Horde do? They're trying, right? They're trying for the split on the bot side. It wasn't happening. Kistler really did. And now Shiro completely neutered. And Alpha 7 North, they've got the answers to every single thing. Look at Kaizen. That's the Uranus we're talking about. And they're not afraid to do it. They're not afraid to use their skills. And that was off of the play of a projectile. Shark goes in. Look at Merlin. Who's he going to kick at this point?
Doesn't matter. There's no one to kick. They got to hope and pray. They got to wait for their day to come. A moment in time, one frame maybe. That'll be all it is. And if they can find it, they're geniuses. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Hey, Trex, for the past year, North America has been watching. They've been watching the international stage from afar, right? These guys have been watching the international stage from afar. No slot at M7. No representation. And now it looks like they're looking to take it by storm. And Alpha 7 North, they want it. They're hungry. And you can feel it already.
King of the North. Alpha 7.
King of the North.
King of the North. Can they do it? Can they pull it off here? Can Night Horde also maybe try to put up a fight here? Merlin hunting. Lord's gonna be up soon. First Lord of the game. It feels like it could come. Oh, Siri cut off. Zia on this Ruby right now.
Zia on the Ruby? Zia on anything at this point. Anything. He played the CC great yesterday. He's good on the marksman. He's got this pocket pick Obsidia. The hair has been popping off. He has been clinical. He has been the pillar, the cornerstone for Alpha 7 North.
Man, the guy could probably pull a mage out in the gold lane if he wanted to. His pockets run deep. Zia's been doing this a long time. Played a lot of different roles. Gold Lane's the newest one in the past couple years, but still, you can already see he's ready to pick anything for the team. Best player going to start working on this world, on this Lord of Cold World. Shiro caught off once again. You can't go in there, Shiro. When are you going to learn?
No, he tried. The tower was there for safety. I mean, no tower. He tried to get the clear, but Zia walked in. And you're right, Zia's been doing this for a while, right? Out of all these players, along with Shark, he's the only one to get the third place representation. But oh my God, look at best player. He goes in, the damage is too much. Kaizen is trying to buy some time, but he's not taking it up. Look at he melted down. Oh no. It's starting to fall apart. It's starting to fall apart, and it's going to be 1 year without an international slot. It doesn't matter. Look at that. The G Kundo coming through as well. Looking to get best player. Merlin finds the angle, the opening with Cold World with the help of the Gush. Siri goes to the back line. Here comes Shiro. This could be the cleanup that he's looking to do. Cold World gets taken down. Zia buys some time with the road run. Volsking able to take down Kistler. The damage dealers are gone. Kaizen is still present. The Lord is coming down.
Zia's not done yet.
Zia is not done yet. He's saying that he's got it. He's putting the team on his back at the moment. It doesn't matter if they don't have the damage dealer. As long as he's alive, the hopes and dreams of the opposition are going to start to fall, and they're going to crumble under pressure. Alpha 7 North are taking in the distance. They're not going to take any prisoners. 1 year without an international slot, 1 year waiting for this moment. It doesn't matter, because now North America finally has its representative. First season of MCT North, and you have your group winner.
No time wasted, no games played with any of their opponents. Alpha 7 has taken us from Swiss stage to playoffs completely unbroken, and to cement themselves, they finished the grand finals 4-0. There was no competition. There was never a chance. They showed that they deserved this slot from the very beginning of MCT North.
Let's hear it for your North Group champion, Alpha 7 North, the top dogs of North America. Yeah.
Oui.
All right.
Alpha 7 North. I gotta give it up to them,
man. You guys are definitely celebrating. They're going to France, right? Whether they're gonna have a sure slot at France or they're gonna be in the wild card, we're gonna have to see that for the grand finals. That's gonna happen in June 4th, on June 14th. Let's look at the post-game stats.
Alpha 7 Kronos, I mean, just overall, that's who we're going to talk about right now. Alpha 7. I got to give it up to Nighthorde. They've placed farther than they've ever gotten, but I don't want to dive too deep. Well done to them. Come back next season. Try to do it again. I think they can do better. The possibilities are there, but Alpha 7 has shown from beginning to end they are monsters in their own right. They need a new challenger. They need a new opponent. Zia, even to finish this off, his last game of the season with a Ruby Gold Lane. Would you say Zia's been the star of the team so far this season, Kronos?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Of course. Is that even a question, Trex? I mean, let's be honest. As casters, we're not really, looking to pick favorites. We're not looking to kind of single out someone. But if there's a star of the show, if we go back to our own broadcast and look at the moments of every single Alpha 7 game, there's been one name that's been constant. It's Zia. Right? He has been the cornerstone of this team. Even Nats. Usually we try and see EXP laners make those massive plays, and he has been making those plays. But the moments where Alpha 7 have lost, it has started with the downfall of Nats. And when Nats is down, best player doesn't have the space to work with. Shark is not able to be that secondary initiator. Cold World is left wide open. But in the midst of all that, yes, so is Zia left wide open, but he's able to find those moments, those pockets of those moments of brilliance, right? That kind of puts the team on his back, and he says, hey guys, I am still here. He's the most vocal person in that in that VC, and you can tell because of the way that he plays. It doesn't matter if his teammates are having a bad game, but he is the one that you need to stop. And in this game, you could see on the Ruby, we've seen him on the CC before. We've seen him in every single marksman right now in the meta. It is global ban, so we've seen him play almost every single pick that is kind of viable. The Bruno, the Claw, the Herod, and and it's showing. The experience shows, because he's one of those that has seen the highest of highs and the lowest of lows in North America. He has been there, who was kind of a off-brand pick for them to go to the world stage once, where they finished 3rd place. You know all about it. Everyone had their doubts, but now at this point, if you have any doubt of Alpha 7 winning, you don't. You put your faith in me. That's what he would say. But guess what? Who was along for the ride with him? The guy who's been the standard. If he smells blood in the water, he's coming for you. And his name is Shark.
Would he be the, you would say, the MVP of the rivers right now? I mean, he's a shark, but he resides in the river, right? He's taking his territory in that river and really controlling the pace of the game.
Definitely does. With the way that he plays the early game, he needs the control, and once he gets it, it's hard to stop him.
All right, so Shark, this is a guy that has more international stage appearances than any other player in North America. You know, in terms of like, you know, the legends, the OGs, the legacy, a lot of times Shark doesn't get put in the topic because he's not the face of the team all of the time. But whether you like it or not, I love what you said, Kronos. He is the standard, the roam standard across the map. Even on an international level, people will put Shark as one of the best to ever do it.
Yes, definitely. He's the reason that every single time North America goes in, like, he is the one player that a lot of teams, a lot of other coaches look out for, right? If you kind of put Shark, if you're able to stiff arm Shark, you know for a fact your team's gonna have a great game against North American representatives. And you said it best, he's had the highest representation for North America in the international stage. And there was a point in time in this season of the MCT, there was a doubt if he was going to play. And look where he's come. He's the one that's winning the group. He's won the entire North group for the Americas Mobile Legends Bang Bang Championship Tour. And you know what? I just took a peek. He got out the broom this time, but he got out at the right time.
He brought it out after. He brought it out after.
Yeah.
I went and shot him a message. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "Don't do it, G." It was game 3. I was like, "Don't you dare." That thing's cursed.
Well,
but he got on the broom though. He did.
And sweep, we got the sweep. Amazing gameplay. I have to say the Nighthorse they did fight for their life, right? That last game. So good job still for the Nighthorse. Unfortunately, they will not be moving on, and we will be seeing Alpha 7, the top dogs of North America, representing maybe the whole America as a region at the MSC. So very proud. Probably still crowd favorite, so you know, there you go. And better way to, let's go say hi. Let's go say hi to our new champions of the MCT AMER North.
Golf claps.
All right.
Like, where are the claps, man? We can't hear it.
Hello, Zia, and we have the rest of the team, the whole team of Alpha 7 North here. Okay, first of all, congratulations. How does it feel to finally complete the journey and be crowned the North American champions?
It's not over yet, no? Actually, yeah, it's not over.
Well, the North American champion, that's over. You got that.
That's nothing. Honestly,
that's nothing. Okay. Yes. So you guys are looking ahead. You're looking for what's to come, right? Sorry?
Nope. Let's keep talking. What was the question?
Keep talking. Ignore
All right, so that's nothing, being champions of North America. You guys are hungry. You guys are hungry for the title. And that title is going to be the champion of the Americas and then representing the whole America region at MSC. Do you guys think you're ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah?
All right.
What have you done to be ready for that?
Well, we prepare a lot. We practice, we scrim, we rank together a lot. This whole boot camp was just us practicing a lot, you know. So we came here, did our work, and we finished the job. Not fully, but for North Amer, at least, we finished it. Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Kronos?
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. It was a long wait to get to the playoffs. Well, it was 3 weeks. I could see every single time in your guys' stream, like, you got to wait for AMER MC to start again. The wait has definitely paid off, but the job is not done. Like you guys said, there's still another team to beat. Nobody wants to be in the... everyone wants to be in Paris for the MSC, but nobody wants to start from the wild card, right? So... have you guys done any research against some of the South teams, or are you going to be watching this weekend to see who you're going to go up against?
We're probably going to watch this weekend. That's for sure.
Have you watched it before?
No.
Honestly, no. But now that it's playoffs for them as well, I think I'll also be watching them a lot too.
Okay. And have you guys been practicing your French?
No.
We should though.
Wait, you know my name is what?
My name?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's Jamal Fawzia. Jamal.
Oh.
There you go, a little bit of French there. Enough to get by, maybe.
All right, guys. You know, I feel confident for you guys. I feel good for you guys, you know. Coming into this, coming up against the South, how do you guys feel? You know, do we think it's going to be a big challenge? Do you feel confident going into it? I think a lot of us, you know, from that have been watching you guys on the north side for this long, we feel pretty good about you guys going into this. Where's your guys' heads at?
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we'll do fine.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm kind of excited. We're kind of excited to go there and play versus them.
The derby,
because we'll be in person, correct? We'll be in person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Derby, North versus South. The derby that everybody is excited to see for the Americas.
You guys have never had a problem with the South before. You'll be fine.
What? Okay, before I let you guys go, you know, any messages for everyone out there that's supporting Alpha 7?
Appreciate the support, everyone, all A7 supporters. Yeah, appreciate y'all.
All right. And we'll see you guys at the grand finals for the Americas. Good job, guys. Congratulations again for being crowned the champion of North America.
Cool.
Feel the awkward silence.
So, you know, these guys are saying, that's nothing. We got it in the bag. And yes, they're the crowd favorite. And, you know, they showed the crowd why they are the favorite and why they are just the face of North America.
And you know, we couldn't have done any of this without?
No,
Layla?
We couldn't have done it without our sponsors. So let me bring you our attention to today's broadcast is proudly supported by Rimstone.gg esports infrastructure built for people shaping the future of competitive gaming. From real-time data to live fan tools, Rimstone helps make esports more interactive, more insightful, and more engaging for everyone involved. So make sure to go check out Rimstone.gg and support them like the way they have supported us throughout this whole season.
Mm-hmm. And where do they find all of the details for?
Where can they find all the
upcoming matches? Yeah.
For the upcoming matches, so make sure you are following our official. Whoa. Before that, though, you do have to follow our official account for the schedule that is coming up for tomorrow. So let's quickly have a look at that. We kind of touched on it earlier. You know, we will be seeing the South group now. The last 4 teams that's standing that will be competing to find out who the
champion of the South will be.
Of the South, exactly.
Yeah. pretty much they're going to get exactly what we just got, the lower bracket run, upper bracket playoffs into the lower bracket finals, and then Sunday they will get their own grand finals. But it's going to start off with Entity up against Alpha 7 South. After that, it's followed by Infinity going against DreamMax, and once again, just like what you saw yesterday, the winner versus the loser in a lower bracket finals for the final South final slot. Sorry, I know there's a lot of finals happening and it gets a little confusing for us casters. Please don't hold against us. If you guys followed all the social medias, you would understand it very well. Kronos, you're the South man. You're Mr. South man. Who's the favorite right now? Who are the two teams to make it to the grand finals?
If you ask me, I think Entity 7 definitely looks super strong, right? They're unbeaten so far throughout the entire MCT, just having a great run like Alpha 7 North did for the North side. And they've got veterans in their lineup just like the same. It's like a mirror at this point, Alpha 7 North and Entity 7. But the one wild card that they have on the South side is Alpha 7 South themselves. And Alpha 7 South are not a regular season or not a Swiss stage team. They're a playoffs team. They're a team that's built for playoffs, right? They've got to the point where in the playoffs, they do show up and they look like a completely different beast. And you can tell that in this playoffs, that will definitely be a difference maker. And not just that, I think if Alpha 7 are able to take everything in the South side, we might just be able to see Alpha 7 versus Alpha 7 in the grand finals.
Yeah, and to be able to see all of these amazing matches that happens throughout all these finals, you know, the grand finals that is gonna happen, make sure you follow our socials. That is MLBB Esports, so make sure you're following that account specifically for all the updates, and we're across all of the platforms. So there is that. Make sure you follow so you don't miss any of the highlights, interviews, and updates as we continue the road towards AMER Grand Finals.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a season, guys. It's been a heck of a season. Heck of a desk. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure
Absolutely,
working with you guys.
Layla, in these last 2 days, has been sick, and she's powered through it. We have our new host that's done some great things. It's okay.
Too.
It's okay. Oh.
There we go. It needed a little slap. All right. And
it is what it is. We've reached the culmination of MCT North. It is the first of its kind right now, the championship tour of the Americas. Only the North side is done. The South side still stands, as we have Saturday and Sunday to find out the victors. And then, of course, the big grand finals, which is going to be North versus South. So stay tuned for that and follow the MLBB Esports channel. And of course, it's only the start of a new legacy in the Americas. That's the most important point, right? It's the start of something big, and it's only going to get better and better. I know for a fact next season is already looking massive.
Yeah, what amazing team, that a new team to represent North America. What a great way to start off with also the new MCT that we have for AMER. So with that, we come to the end of MCT AMER North 2026. Today, we crowned the new North American champions. Congratulations once again to Alpha 7 for an amazing performance and for earning the right to represent North America in the AMER Grand Finals. That's going to happen on June 14th. And I want to give a big thank to our players, teams, production staff, moderators, partners, and also fans. Thank you for being part of this incredible season. And special thank to Kronos and Trex for all of their insights, analysis, and unforgettable moments throughout this broadcast. I'm your host, Layla, and thank you for watching MCT AMER North 2026. We'll see you on June 14th for the MCT AMER Grand Finals. Good night, everybody.
See ya.